All right. Hello. Hey, what's going on? It is a Monday. We're back at it with the Retro Handhelds podcast. Andrew has a picture of Zoo mounted on his wall today. Andrew, we really need to get you into the intro animation at this point. I think, are you just the dude on the show? No, you're a dude.
It's just the dude
Zoo
on the
today.
show.
You're one of the dudes.
He's one of the guys.
You almost fooled me that you were Zoo. But we're also here with my co-host, Rob the Retro Tech Daddy, and Ban.
Hi, everyone.
Mr. Ban Unboxed.
Hey.
I have something to announce before we get into anything else. I'm so happy that producer Sony is back from his trip, and he is with us on the show today. In fact, today, for the first time, we're going to do a producer Sony unveiling, if you will. That's right. He's a real person. Producer Sony, come to the stage, please.
Yes, I'm actually here.
You are. Can you tell the people who have been doubting that you are not just AI?
I am partially AI. I
No,
would
well-
probably say maybe I'm 15-20% AI.
Well, that's fair. People say that about me too. I don't know where they get that from. It's a crazy accusation. I don't understand it, but I'm just going to keep rolling forward here. Now, while you were out, some interesting shenanigans happened on this show. There's been like an elevation of the Tyler storyline. I did go camping. Yes, he attacked me in the woods. Yes, he held me for ransom, but I got back on the show and I was still able to help out a little bit. Also, we had just a ridiculous week last week, and there was all kinds of things going on. Rob did an admirable job while you were out, and Andrew and Ban as well. So
Yeah, apparently I fooled some people last week. They thought Sony was already back with us.
yeah, with the gifts and like everything that was going on. But I just wanted to say thank you for coming back and not being scared off from us forever. Did you have a good trip?
Yeah, it was good. I went to Japan, so I actually did see was there during the release of the Nintendo Switch 2, so I got to see all that. And I wanted to buy one in Japan, but they freaking have Japan-only Nintendos there. Sucks.
Right? Isn't it region locked?
Oh, is it?
They have-
Region locked.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
Japan only. You had to have a Japan account.
Yep.
Yeah, so
All
I
right.
could see it, but it'd be worthless to bring it back here.
All right. Arigato, Mr. Roboto. Well, we're happy that you're back. And I just am glad that you were able to take me up on the offer to come on the stage tonight and talk to us. So thank you. Do you want to stay with us for the show, or do you want to go back behind the scenes?
Hell no, I'm leaving.
Okay, see ya. See ya, man. He's behind the stage guy. He likes that. All right, everybody. Well, we have a jam-packed show once again tonight. We have not only a bunch of news to go through. We're going to be talking about the Switch 2. That's right. I ended up getting one. Technically got two. But we also are going to be unboxing the AMPOWN MagicX Mini Zero 28V2. Taking a look at that. So many things. The rest of the JSAUX stuff and the JSAUX giveaway winner, as well as, well, I won't even show it yet, but I have the sweet controller attachment for the G8 Plus controller and the S9 controller to expand those telescopics to fit something like an Asus Z Flow 13 or just a big tablet. So we're going to be showing off RRtronics, who has a custom website who builds these custom configurations. If you are a giant tablet enjoyer and you still want to use a controller without having to have any compromises, we're going to take a look at that. He sent me a couple of those for review. And I feel like I'm forgetting something. Rob, am I forgetting something? My sanity?
There's so much stuff.
I don't know, man. It's
been a
launch.
crazy couple days.
It's launch night tonight during our show for the Retroid Dual-Screen accessory, which people are getting really hyped about today. Also, it's the launch night tonight for the Anbernic RG35XX Pro.
Yep.
We can finally talk about that. It's not under embargo anymore after that. So we'll have content coming out tomorrow. Rob and I are doing a live stream tomorrow for that one. Ban has a video coming out tomorrow, and you'll see just a bunch of content. Whew. Not only that, okay, this is going to be a long intro. RG Slide specs. We got the specs. They're
We
under
do.
embargo, but there was a leak that happened, so we can reference that leak. So we will talk about the specs. Asus has the new ROG Ally Xbox coming out, which is wild. Like Russ and the Fox got hands-on, and we're going to take a look at that. The RG447M, the new Anbernic, and their new metal variant, supposedly is dropping at some point this year, so we'll look at that rumor. K56 is available now. Links for most of these things are in the description, of course. Gamma came to the rescue for the RG557, which has been bricking because of the AI update. Rocknix has an ImageBurner. DOS has a gameplay front end. And Aknes is doing their giveaway still, so we're going to go through that, and there will be a winner chosen tonight. Phew. How are you
Hey,
guys
bye,
doing?
guys. That's the show.
See you,
How
Ranger.
did you remember all that?
Dude, I don't know. The thing about doing this show and playing host is all about digesting information as fast as I can, just repeating it in my brain over and over until I get it, and then I dump it out on the show, and then afterwards I forget everything until the next week. So that's the key. I retain some stuff. But Rob, what have you been up to this week, man? I gotta know. Playing games? What you doing? King Kong?
Playing some Switch 2. Almost
Yeah,
done with
you
King
are.
Kong. Yeah, I'm almost done with that. I got a pretty nasty cold that I'm still getting over. So
All of us.
It's cold in
surprisingly,
Arizona.
surprisingly, my voice sort of came back for the show, which I'm glad. But I wouldn't miss it no matter what. So
Oh, you got that deep baritone.
Heck
You
yeah.
got that.
hey,
You got that
baby.
nice sick, that sick voice.
Yeah,
Oh, well, that's
make use
fun.
of that.
Yeah. So, have you beat King Kong?
No, I'm like 70-something% done.
Okay.
I'm kind of just taking my time with it because it's such a short game, honestly. So I go in for a little bit, 30 minutes at a time, and just go for
I've
the
been
ride,
having-
basically. You know.
I've been having fun with it. I got to call you out. Last week you're like, no, it sucks. It you know.
I
hasn't-
didn't say it
it-
sucks. I said it's a little
well, you're right.
janky.
Janky hasn't held up, and I was playing it, and I was like, it is janky. It's cheesy voice acting. But like, man, this is kind of awesome on rails dinosaur shooting, gorilla hunting, Jack Black-ifying experience. It's great.
Jack Blackifying.
It's
Wow.
perfectly 2005 PS2 fair.
Exactly. It's
It
perfectly
is.
6th gen jank. It's perfect.
It's so perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta say, for me, I've been playing a little King Kong, and I've actually been playing just a little bit of that Mario Kart world, just to try what's the new mechanics. My son and I have been playing a ton of Mario Kart 8, and actually going back and looking at the older Nintendo stuff, because I'm like, man, we haven't even played through all these Switch games that we've bought over the years. Mario Wonder even, so we've been having fun with that. But as far as Switch 2 games, I took a look at some of the upscaling things like Breath of the Wild, and all right, I get it. Things aren't so
Damn,
fuzzy.
you got much further than I did. I haven't even gotten
It's-
like that deep yet.
Well, it's an interesting platform, but I feel like I spent most of my time going through my download library, figuring out what do I want to play on Switch 2, and realizing half the titles still look even worse now that it's on a Switch 2. So unless a publisher decides to give us that next gen upgrade on their title, I would just say just still play it on a Switch 2. It looks better on the OLED. Some games have better frame rates, like, well, WWE 2K18. Yes, you get a little extra bump in frame rates. That's right.
Like you are the only person that
Well-
went back to check that game.
There's a whole Reddit subculture about try out WWE 2K18. It was the jankiest game
It was
ever for Switch.
Real effed
Horrible.
up on the Switch. Yeah.
Crazy bad lag times, and so yeah, it actually performs like a normal game now. It just looks pretty rough. But
I also got to give a shout out to Fast Fusion. Just
Oh,
please
yeah,
play
I gotta
that
get
game.
that.
Buy
You
that
want me to
game,
play that?
download
Okay.
it, play it. It's
All
so
right.
good.
all right, I will. But you know what my favorite thing about this is? I'm just gonna say real quick. We'll give our impressions here. Just the magnets.
Yes.
The magnets, really. Why isn't the magnet working?
Worst
The first
demonstration
time-
ever.
It only when I'm gonna go demonstrate something on camera does something not work.
Well,
Yeah,
I'll
you gotta
sit
pull
there
this
and I'll
little
like
thing.
unclasp
out.
them and then clap them back in and then just keep doing it
Have you-
while
Have
I'm
you used
waiting
that
for a
mouse
race.
mode?
Yeah,
Can you-
yeah. I
can you
played
use
the
the-
welcome tour. It was kind of interesting.
I'll use my arm.
It works
That doesn't work. Oh,
pretty
there it goes.
well,
Works on
actually.
the table.
It's not something I'd
bad.
want to use long term, but it's neat that it's there. You know, it's interesting.
Yeah. GameStop said 1 per household, but I went back a second time the next day and I said, yes, it's me again. And I said, can I buy one under my wife's account? They said, you have to be in the same household. Luckily, her account had our old address listed. And I said, technically, if you compare those addresses, she's at a different house. And they said, good enough for me. So I bought one for Zoo, and he's going to pay me back. He had to have it too. So there you go.
The only one from our crew that doesn't have one
is BANANAS.
Bananas.
Ban. Also, the screen. Can I just talk about that? Can we just say that the screen is okay? But 120 hertz is not a thing on here. It is not something. And, you know, if you plug it into your TV, you get access to that mode. Really nothing takes advantage of that yet. I hear it's coming to that fast racing game and a few other titles. But really, it's like the Welcome Tour. Yes, I gave Nintendo $10 for the Welcome Tour because there's some cool mini games, and it shows like the mouse mode.
It's
right?
interesting. From like a tech perspective, I mean, at the end of the day, I really do think that just should have been.
It should have been free.
I mean, really, yeah.
I was kicking myself. I literally was actually calling myself out. I'm like, what is wrong? Why are you doing this? Why do you feel compelled? Is it some sort of weird keep up with the Joneses peer pressure to buy this, spend $10? But really, it's like I always like the
curiosity
demo discs.
for me, honestly. Yeah.
Curiosity, the demo disc experience, you know, Astro's Playroom or whatever for the PS5, that experience, like some of my favorite experiences.
That was a great experience that was included with the PS5 that was free. It was free too, and it was amazing, you know. So
and there's like a nice collectathon in here, right? Like there's some things, but overall I would say there's no killer apps yet for this. Most people I feel like I could say, you know, wait for the holidays unless you really have to have one. If you're worried about shortages. My GameStop actually had a bunch extra because I went to a hole-in-the-wall GameStop that no one ever seems to go to for some reason. And they're like, next day, they were like, yeah, we still got a bunch left, so tell your friends. I'm like, they're in other states, but I'll tell them. And overall, I spent most of my time just playing Switch 1 titles to see how they performed, how they looked. I did pick up Cyberpunk, and then I returned it. I'm like, I already own this game on like 5 platforms. I'm not going to... Beyond trying it out, I'm not going to really play it, I think. And you know what, man? Tony Hawk 1 and 2 is not compatible with Switch 2. Yeah. So I took that one back, too. I picked it up. I was excited to play more Tony Hawk. And it's like, sorry, you can launch the game, but you can't progress in it. Very strange.
Wow, that's crazy. I wonder what the issue is there.
I don't know. It's just said, doesn't perform as expected. And 3 and 4 will be available as a Switch 2 title. So... probably spent too much money on games for this, but that's all right. OLED, I'll be happy when that comes out. It's a little bit of a going backwards as far as the screen goes, but it's nice and lightweight. Ergonomics aren't the best, but that's where like these JSAUX accessories come in.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the Skull & Co. ones to come back in stock.
And this makes it much better in my hands.
Does that one have a stand on the back that you can still use, or no?
No, we'll have to get one with a stand. Yeah. But I played it in bed. I played it in the car. I played it on the go. I played it in an office and at home. It worked pretty well in all scenarios. It was a little bit big and bulky to carry around, but let me just show another JSAUX accessory that they sent. See, I'm starting to put these things to use now, which is nice. This nice little thin case. Put that in. It's been real nice. Carry around. Showed my family yesterday for my family's birthdays that we were celebrating. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Mostly I just showed them the magnets. I said, look how cool these magnets are.
What was cool that I didn't know about was that over here on the shoulder buttons, I actually had no idea, but the tour sort of taught me that these are actually steel, so there are no magnets in here. It's just the metal attracting it into there, so it's kind of cool. I didn't know that about that, so pretty cool.
That is cool. It's just like this baby blue orange case.
No, that's hideous.
Okay, we'll talk more about JSAUX accessories later. That's our Switch 2 thoughts. Andrew, do you have yours rocking now? You're still looking for one, right?
Nope, I got mine.
You got that's right.
Yeah, I saw him. He was on Mario Kart World earlier.
Okay, cool.
Someone who hasn't accepted my friend request is on this
Andrew,
show.
Come on.
No, it's definitely not Andrew. He's actually been tagged as my best friend.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's news to me.
he can see all your statuses then. That's
Oh,
oh man. I know
I've
Ban
done
is
some
holding
stuff.
off. Is holding off for some Switch
Yeah.
2 goodness. And Andrew, what's your quick thoughts on it?
Ergonomics suck. Definitely get a case for it.
Get a case.
But
Yeah.
I love the feel, like the matte finish. The matte finish is so nice. The kickstand
Yes.
is way better.
It is. Yeah.
Mhm.
Everything
Everything
just
about it feels much
feels
more
good.
refined. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't feel great spending, $300-400, whatever the Switch OLED cost after having the regular OLED. This feels like it should cost what it does. It maybe like $50 less, but like this feels right
Yeah.
between the performance and. I think you're wrong about the display. I think that the
Really?
screen looks really good. I think it's like, it's kind of like the Y700 argument.
Yeah.
Like the Y700 and the Legion Go have really nice screens, even though they're not OLED. I think that falls into that category.
Yeah, I don't know. It's growing on me. When you try to use HDR on non-HDR titles, like if you leave that setting enabled, the HDR it tries to apply is a little rough looking. So I realized turning that off helps.
I saw that someone said to turn off the HDR, like the fake HDR or whatever.
Rob, your mic's up.
Yeah, so we got some buzzing going on in someone's mic here. So we're just producer Sony's doing his technical deductions.
I haven't even messed with the HDR. I don't even know if it's on. Oh, it is on.
It's on by default. And when it tries to apply it to non-HDR games, it doesn't always pull off the colors palette very well. So
Although to be fair, all I've been playing is Mario Kart World. And
Well,
like
you're
2
nearly
seconds
good
of
to
fast
go.
fusion.
If you say, you can set it to compatible titles only, then you really should be good to go. But what we are going to be talking about next in a few minutes here is getting prepared for the new Retroid Dual-Screen accessory. So let's pull that up. We're going to drive in, and we'll go back to all the other topics afterwards, because we're going to be buying this live on the show for at least those of us who are going to. Are you going to? Let us know in chat. Also, hello, live chat. How are you doing? Please accept our shortcomings. It's probably my best friend Theo's fault.
Who the hell is Theo?
I don't know. I'm not going to get into this now.
I can't do this every week with you, man.
Well, he's been getting violent lately. He's been really...
Well, yeah, because you can't get his name right.
I try my best. I don't memorize things very well unless it's retro handheld.
It's a 3-letter
news.
word. Whatever, Stubbs.
Whatever. Yeah.
Whatever, Stubbs.
Tate. Tat? T-A-T. Tat. That's his name. All right, let's pull up this accessory. So if you haven't... So this was announced, I think, after our show last week. And they're already putting pre-orders up in just a few minutes here. There's some different colorway options. What it basically is it's the same 5.5-inch screen that's on the Retroid Pocket 5, I believe. AMOLED, 107% sRGB coverage, awesome contrast ratio, 500 nits peak brightness. It is only $69, but there's a $5 off code, which is
Nice.
RDS at the bottom of the screen. Link is in our description if you want to look at this. Different colors, black, purple, clear, and there's 2 models as well. So realize that if you want it for your Retroid Pocket 5, RP Mini 1 or 2, or your RP4, you can go ahead and choose Retroid device version. Otherwise, there's an other device version, which is the same price. It looks exactly the same, except the adapter's a little bit different, so it can fit your AYN Odin and Odin 2 devices, or it should. Basically anything with a height underneath 4.34 inches or 115 millimeters. And it'll fit, so it could fit some Anbernics. They said outright it does not fit Steam Deck, but it could fit various third-party handhelds or maybe a phone or devices, anything that has a DisplayPort over USB-C connection.
I see Ban has a very interesting device in his hand that I think would be a perfect
Odin
fit
2
for
Mini. I was wondering, people are wondering, will the Retroid native version work on the Odin 2 Mini? Because apparently the height is within 1 millimeter of the RP Mini. So it might stretch, but if you want to be safe.
Oh, I bet we're gonna see like all sorts of like 3D printed options too. Like people are gonna come out with like all sorts of cool things that you can do with it. It's just for $70. I'm
Oh,
surprised that it's even coming out for $70. That's really awesome.
So we were kind of talking about this before the price
Mhm.
got announced, but the cheapest like 5.5-inch like AMOLED display we found on like Amazon was $120, and that was just the panel. It didn't even have a back plate to it.
Right. Because then if you added like some like the accessories, like the mechanism one or something like that, like you start adding up, and yeah, I mean $70 with the mount, it just works over standard USB-C protocol. Like, I mean, this is good stuff.
apparently, Retrospect in chat here is saying there's an Odin specific version coming. So I guess maybe wait, unless that's some sort of joke. But other devices, that version will fit. Maybe not flush. Maybe if there is an Odin version coming, definitely wait. I don't know about that yet. But the one thing that bothers me about this, now it's great having a dual screen option for your devices. It will drain your battery a little faster. I think it looks great on the RP Mini because you get a nice wide top screen and a smaller bottom screen, so you get that 3DS-like effect.
Mhm.
It doesn't close flush, unfortunately, so it covers the buttons and the joysticks, so it will be kind of awkward. It's really ideally meant for the RP5, and it's even more ideal if you have the RP5 grip on, because that weight distribution might be a little bit rough ergonomics-wise, I feel like. So having that grip might kind of stabilize that out a bit. But the one thing that bothers me, man, is that cable that's sticking out strangely. I feel like they could have gone with a straight cable on the top, so it kind of slotted in, and then the bended cable at the bottom. But maybe they needed to engineer it like this so that it'll close, because it does have a hinge.
Right.
And maybe they're trying to, fix clearance issues, and they had to do this cable. But as it stands, it does kind of stick out. It's a little awkward. You can bend it back into 3 different positions, 90-degree angle, I think it was. What was the other angle? There's a second picture there, Sony. 120 degree, 150 degree, and 180 degree. That's what it was. And that will close flush in the RP5. So with that, we're about ready. What are you guys going to buy? I'm thinking doing a black one for the RP Mini so it matches, and then maybe a purple for my RP5.
I was going to get a purple for my RP5 for sure.
Should we get the other device version, though? If you want it for a 6 or 7-inch device, it might be the way to go, but I don't want to spend another, $64.
Yeah, I feel like a bigger device, like when you're thinking like Steam Deck, I don't know. I feel like Andrew's option, I was going to say Andrew's solution is much cooler for the Steam Deck.
And
much
we have
cooler.
An article all about that Andrew put out. That kind of went a little viral
that damn article for a long time.
Yeah. That article was from, I think, March of last year.
It's been a while. Yes.
I think that's like the first time we saw anyone really put a dual screen like concept out there using like.
No, there were some on Reddit, but like not very many people like wrote about it or like did anything about it.
And yeah, that is what I meant. Like obviously people are doing this stuff all the time. Right. I think it kind of was like more so bringing it into the public eye.
Yeah, and use code RDS for $5 off. Remember that. It's not in our description yet. I got to add it there, but it's on the website for Retroid. If you scroll to the bottom of the listing at Retroid, that's where the discount code is. And they might change it out, so that's why I didn't list it everywhere. But yeah, RDS, $5 off, $64 thing. It's not necessary. It's probably going to be a little janky. It's not going to be perfect. But if you're a tech head like us, a number of us are going to buy this and play around with it. Because look at Andrew started. It's all Andrew's fault. He did his dual screen.
Andrew's solution actually is incredibly elegant, like for like an Ally, a Steam Deck, like any of those devices, because it's a 7-inch top screen. So if you're looking for like a bigger device, go with Andrew's option. It's really nice.
Very nice. And then there's a third source, this DNA Duo guy, right, who made a version as well, but that one's like $265 Canadian, so it's a lot more expensive. It's a bigger screen, so if you want an even bigger screen, that's an option. And we're not sure when the pre-orders are going to be delivered. This pre-order is going to be delivered in August, so they will be holding onto your money for a few months here. But Andrew's solution is ready now. I'm not sure where you buy that from, but it's not Andrew's. but
No, it's
you wrote about
this. Yeah, this one
And it's go time.
specifically. This one specifically is a Peak Do, the Peak Do one.
the
It's-
Picto.
Yeah, this one's the. I was an idiot and bought the 120 hertz version.
And the listing is live, everybody, too, as well. So make your decisions if you're going to get it. You could wait, and I doubt that there's going to be a massive amount of orders for this one. So I'm not as stressed about like, oh, you need to order, right this second to get the start of the line. But
I think there's going to be a wait and see approach, especially when it comes
I've-
to just other devices it works with and
Yes.
how it works and all that.
I've been seeing that as well. And there's also a dual screen case with the RP5. So they added some height to that case. So you can actually put it away in the case with the screen attached. And there's a screen protector you can add on to your purchase as well.
Yeah, I really like the way it looks with the Mini. I think with the Mini, it's going to be something special.
Oh, wait. And now you can actually buy the clip separately. So you don't need to buy a whole new screen, apparently. What?
Oh,
It's only $15 for just a clip difference. Well, I'm going to do that for the other devices.
it's a little confusing. I wish
I'm
they
a little
would
confused. yeah.
communicate better about some of this
What is-
stuff,
I guess I'll do the GameCube to match the RP5 because that's the main use case. And I'm guessing I'm gonna get a grip as well for the RP5. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. All right. Official Retroid grip. I'm gonna get it in purple. I do not have that yet. At least I think I don't. $114 total. Get on that coupon, so it'll be 110. And we're gonna add on shipping. I don't think there's any like review units for reviewers on this one. I don't think there is.
Yeah, I actually got the Mini V2, so I probably want a black one to match that one.
That's the other thing is, yeah, do we want to use it with the Mini?
Yeah, I think so because I'm thinking about like how 3DS is set up.
Oh,
3DS had the wider top screen, but
Well-
the smaller bottom screen.
It's going to look awesome when it's open, but it's a situation where you're probably going to need to pull off that accessory when you want to put it away in its case because they don't have an RP Mini case option. That's my
Yeah,
only concern
yeah.
there. My only
I feel like it's
concern.
almost something that you want to leave dedicated, But
Yeah.
it's okay. It's just another excuse to buy the RP Mini, another one, because I love that
that what it
handheld.
Are we
I
enabling
love
each
that
other? Is that
handheld.
what we're doing around here? We're just
By the
constantly
way,
enabling
I
each other?
caught Retroid. I think they're gonna sell that RP Mini V2 in another colorway, which is
Wait.
that black and red one.
Shut it.
Because I saw it
up.
on their box.
What?
They only had 2 color options, and I'm like, I'm on to you guys.
Oh my God, Rob.
Just gonna
can't
collect
handle
them
this.
all.
You don't need it. We don't
I
need
don't.
it.
No,
I
I
don't.
don't.
need it.
Hey,
What
look,
are
I
you-
have
what are we
the
doing
OG
here?
Saturn, and I have a V2, just the black. That's all it's offered right now. So
All right.
I'm good for right now.
All right. I got to put a 2-factor every time. Come on. Ban, are you ordering one of these?
Nope.
Skipping it? That's probably
Dan's
smart.
on a spending freeze. Apparently,
good.
he's had to put all his credit cards in the freezer.
I'm trying to do that too, honestly. I think this is the first purchase, besides the Switch 2, I've made in like a month and a half. So,
I call.
I'm serious. Like, okay, a device purchase, a big purchase. I do something. I'm trying to take after Zoo. Zoo does something called living off the land, meaning like he'll use his review units and really get the most mileage out of them. And when we go to CES, he'll make sure to go to the sandwich cart that they have and walk 10 miles to get the free sandwich before spending
That
money.
man is living
He's very
his best
thrifty.
life.
He's very, yeah.
He bought my Hyper Beach edition Hyperkin thing, and he just loves that thing and uses it everywhere, and it cracks me up. I think he's like the only person. He's used that handle probably more than anybody else on this planet.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's not good. It's not good.
I don't know. It's good to him, it seems like.
But I love this short. You guys got to go watch that short of his that he put out today. It's good stuff.
Yeah, I got to check that out. His Superboy one.
Yeah. Hyper Beach.
Hyper Beach. What? I'm trying to understand this $15 back clip add-on. What is that for?
I think it's for if you want to be able to use. So I bought the other devices version.
Okay.
And I bought the back clip thinking my mindset is that it is for you to use the screen with like it pops off and then you pop it onto this add-on clip. So you can, if you want to use it with other devices.
So then you don't need to buy. Retroid. So you don't need to buy then the screen a second time.
Right. That's what I think it is. So I bought both.
Okay. Okay. I'm trying to think what color are my Odin devices. I have 2 white ones and a black one. I feel like just getting black, it's a good contrasting since they don't have a straight up white option. What are you guys going with? Am I overthinking this?
Always.
Am I neurotic as hell right now?
Yeah.
Right. I just went translucent white because I think that looks cool. Plus, I don't have a purple RP5 that Michaela has.
I was thinking the translucent white would look really cool with my Saturn Mini.
I mean,
that would be a cool combo together right there.
It probably is the most color agnostic way to go. It kind of work with anything.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Plus, I think it just looks cool. Like it fits the vibe of the 2025 translucency.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because even I saw last week or 2 weeks ago, maybe Razer released or announced a keyboard set and accessories that look like the 8-bit do Xbox One.
Really?
Yeah, I'll have to find the link. But yeah, it's translucent green, and I was very surprised that they did it.
I am not sure right now. I have translucent, purple, and black all in the cart. I'm only getting
Stubbs.
I'm only getting one. Well, you have me confused. Now you have me strangely confused, a little bit aroused, and a little bit concerned. I'm not quite sure what to do here. I think I'm gonna go with the
What was your initial pick?
My initial pick was the Indigo because I have an Indigo RP5. All right,
then go for it. Because black and purple also looks good.
It looks good.
I think the purple with the purple RP5 is gonna look so cool. It's gonna be so cool looking. Plus, I feel like purple. If you have like a black handheld, I think it'll look cool.
Yeah, that's my. I mean.
Yeah, I think it's still cool. And
then I'm gonna go with the other devices clip in black.
Oh, Stubbs! It doesn't matter. Just get a clip.
Well, there's options.
The clip doesn't matter.
If they would have given me one option, I would have ordered it.
So it's safe to say that Stubbs has choice paralysis.
Yeah.
I hope that they go out of stock before Stubbs can actually.
Same.
All right, I'm going to pull the trigger. You know what? I can email them later. I can change my order. Let's get on with the show. You guys listening to this later.
You watch the stream.
All that matters is I got my order in before Stubbs because he took so damn long to decide.
Yeah, all right.
Yep,
laugh it up, right. Buzzballs.
Yes, totally him right now.
Oh yeah.
I'm moving forward with this. I'm making a decision.
I
have a combination of options happening here. Well, now there's 3 shipping options. There's Unexpress, DHL, which I'm constantly getting import fees from.
Do not use DHL. You will definitely get hit with tariff fees.
4PX.
Yeah, I just did 4PX as well. It actually shows up pretty fast for me, honestly. So
I'm good with it.
Screwed up then.
I don't know. I got another one of those things from I'm not sure what company today that's like pay $27. Now, to Anbernic's credit, after my whole ranting last week about my first world problems, they reached out and said, "Hey, we're gonna cover that fee." I said, "Oh, all right. I'll shut up."
Damn right.
I'll shut the hell up now. Apparently, I ordered it. So,
did you order 1 or 5?
I spent $120 some with the shipping or whatever. So, I ordered. Apparently, I ordered. Okay, here's what I ordered: the black clip for other devices, the grip purple for the RP5, the dual screen thing itself, which is the GameCube color purple, dual screen protector, the dual screen carrying case for the RP5, and I'm gonna probably neurotically forget to not freak out about that later. I'm gonna freak out about that later. We'll move on with the show though. Okay, now Andrew's asleep and
Andrew's asleep. You just put him asleep.
I don't blame him.
This is, you know what? And Ariel is a great comment.
That's why I highlighted that comment. I thought
this is a crazy cool year for retro handhelds. Every
it
week
really
we're like,
is.
why is this week so jam packed? Because there's cool shit going on. That's one. Every single week this year, we have not had a slow week. I feel like, and we're just keeping on going.
That
So,
might have been 2, by the way, Stubbs, because I sort of whispered bull. Yeah.
well,
Baloney.
Yeah, baloney.
we get 4 per half an hour. I feel like, or hour. Okay,
I don't think that's how it
Is
works.
this, is
I-
this actually a limit? Because we can test it.
I don't know. The algo
Pretty
the
quickly,
algo
too.
decides what what's what. It's the wonderful Wizard of
gotta
Oz.
get band heated about something. I gotta
Now,
figure
I'm-
out what.
There's an embargo on this, so I'm not allowed to show
The
it on
E6
video.
Max.
But this is 35XX Pro, and it'll be out tonight at 3 a.m. Pacific. Here's the next thing to buy tonight, but don't buy it. You don't need it. However, if you don't have any vertical budget handhelds, this really is, if you're just coming into this hobby, a nice choice because you get Wi-Fi H700 power, so you can play up to Dreamcast, PSP, what am I thinking of?
Pcast.
DS, Pcast, yeah, Sega Saturn a little bit, right? You get 2 sticks. It's basically the G350, which is like my favorite budget vertical right now, for a few more dollars, and then you get Wi-Fi. That's about it. Yeah, you don't get the 2 gigs of RAM like you get with 34XX but that's not being utilized anyways right now in any software that I know about. So you get 1 gig. That's my shilling for you. It's what, $45 for the first 72 hours.
It doesn't
Not too
make any
bad.
sense. It should not exist.
We will show you why it does or does not make sense
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Well, we were
Andrew.
talking about it, yeah, and we'll
Rob
talk
and I
more
are-
about it tomorrow, yeah.
Rob and I are going to live stream tomorrow with it
Yeah.
and talk about it and show what it does. But you all know what this is. You really don't need it.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I think for most that are watching us live right
You
now,
already have something that does all these things.
it's nothing exciting, but
No.
yeah.
But if you don't and you want a budget vertical, it really is like the
Don't buy it anyways.
iteration. By iteration alone, it is now defaulted to being the best one. If
Yeah, I
you
mean,
want-
imagine walking into this hobby today and you have, hey, I have $50. What can I buy? Okay,
it's a good option.
you know?
Or if
yeah.
you really want an H700 vertical and you come into the hobby, you're like, hey, I really need an H700, but that is no one's going to know. They're going to be like, hey, I want to play PS1. What plays PS1 great? Most of my friends are like, hey, I really want to play something that does Super Nintendo really well. I'm like, don't tell me that. Don't
Your
tell.
phone.
You know how many options I have to now give you a spreadsheet of choices. What do you want to play that's a little more modern? And I get it out of them. Like, oh, I want to play a little PSP. Okay, I can work with that. Now I only have 500 options to show you. So
Just get this. Unless you need Wi-Fi, just get one of these.
the R36S is still awesome, man.
Eh,
Mod those back buttons.
Rob, you don't
But
know what you're talking about.
For $10
G350,
more,
G350, baby.
G350. I'm all
Look.
about that G350.
Same.
We're
I don't know what
talking
I
a
can and
10
cannot
about
say.
we're about like a $10 to $15 difference between these 3 handhelds we're talking about right now. What is the
Yeah.
best of these 3?
None of
Software.
I feel like we could have a pretty heated battle about like
we could have a
the
battle. You
best
guys wanna-
$35, $40 handheld. That'd be kind of fun, you know?
And I'm talking just verticals right now, because if we were including horizontals and clamshells, we're going to be here all night. If you don't need Wi-Fi and you need simple, G350. If you want Wi-Fi, retro achievements, and other things that networking brings, I would say the 35XX Pro at this point. It's very boring. It's very standard, but for new people who don't have these, I think it will be a very nice choice for them. Or if you want to save the most money, just get the R36S. There's an extreme, a big software community, an extreme amount of support and tutorials available for it. G350 is a little newer, and the H700 line, all of those have nice custom firmware options. Or yeah, we didn't even talk about Miu. So yeah, there's the Miu Mini Plus, the Miu Mini. There's
This one
also
is
the
one
Trim UI Brick. I mean, we could keep going with this, but top of my head, those are the ones that are popping up for me. Oh, and Band's pulling out his Mius, yeah. And you want to talk about tiny budget options? You could talk with the GKD Pixel. You could talk.
That's
with
more
RG
of
Nano.
Band's speed. He likes those tiny things.
Yeah, well, this is exhausting. This is
You
exhausting.
need to make Andrew laugh.
Lisa
Gee,
says
Rob, what
Stubbs
did you
The
do?
best part is he was off camera. And then producer Sony puts them right back on the screen.
Oh no.
Lisa says, Stubbs, please, we can be all day if you guys keep going. You don't want to hear us like go into the nitty gritty OCD between handhelds for 6 hours. Trust me.
Oh,
could
no,
do
that's
it.
kind of...
We
That's
could
not
do
band
that.
speed.
Yeah, we could do that though. We have the technology and
I can't.
the devices for that. Okay, so that's going on sale tonight. Speaking of Anbernic, also the RG Slide details. Let's talk about that. So they put out another video showing some gameplay. It is an IPS display on this bad boy. They're showing the front. You got the clickable sticks. It slides down. It looks like an early 2000s Motorola phone. But, you know, it looks interesting. And this CPU has been hotly debated between being a D8300 from the 557 or a T820. And I threw in the mix, what if it's an RK3326? Turns out, according to our sources, according to leaks, the spec sheet is a T820 Unisoc chip, meaning it should be able to get gamma on it pretty quickly, right? If he wants to port it, I don't think it would take that much effort since we just got a build for the other 556 devices. And that means you can play up to PS2 games, GameCube, Switch, pretty admirably for the most part. It's not going to be as performant as the 557, obviously. You know, the D8300.
I'm actually happy with this choice, though.
Yeah, it's going to be cheaper this way.
Was hopeful they would actually use this chip over the Dimensity 8300.
Really? I've been seeing a lot of debate.
Keeps the price down. It's kind of hits a sweet spot for performance. I think it's good enough, you know. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with this. It actually, it overachieves. It does a lot more than you'd expect it to, honestly. So I'm happy with this choice.
Well, and as far as the nerdy specs on this, if anyone wants to know, here they are on screen. But for those listening, it does have Android 13, 120 gigabytes of internal storage, 8 gigabytes of LPDDR4 RAM, and you do get a 4.7-inch display. We talked about that last week. 120 hertz, which is, I mean, you can get a Nintendo Switch with 120 hertz, or you can get the RG Slide. I mean, come on. Those are the only two options. But it is nuts to have that in this little 4:3 aspect ratio screen. Some people are saying, why don't we have a true PSP follow-up? Well, a PSP Go follow-up here. Well, with the 4:3 screen, apparently PSP does scale to the actual PSP Go's
I was going to say,
size.
Apparently the screen real estate that you get if you kept it at 16:9 is larger than what you would get on a PSP Go. So
you just need to deal with a little bit of bezel. But because it's not OLED, you're going to be seeing that little bit of gray tint, which if you're really concerned about that,
right.
it's not going to be perfect.
And if you're Stubbs, you'll just stretch it anyway. It doesn't make a difference.
I mean, I'm just going to stretch all the games. when I'm alone by myself, I do stretch.
We don't
to
need
the
to know,
max.
Stubbs. You don't need.
I don't want to be made fun of. You know, I don't want to be on camera stretching. But
Well,
thank you, Jonathan Earl, for your super chat. There are specific reasons I wish that the RG Slide was 16:9, 6-inch display. Maybe they will make it as a variant later. If this sells well, I am very sure you can be sure that they're going to come back with the next model, probably within 2, maybe 3 weeks.
There are three certainties in life: taxes, death, and another Anbernic handheld.
Every month. Although we did have a 3-month lull there where we thought, what's going on? But they are hitting 2025 now, and they're making up for lost time. They are speed running their way through their 12 devices in 12 months challenge.
It has been kind of crazy, yeah.
Thank you, Greg, for accepting my stretching. I mean,
it's okay. Even Stubbs has got me stretching a little bit too.
You've been stretching a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I was doing that DDP extreme yoga today. That felt good.
It's making you stretch a lot better too.
It does, yeah. But I mean, I'll be that heretic that stretches.
This
Game Boy Color.
This is absolutely no. I won't be doing this.
You're going to be streaming Moonlight, Black Myth Wukong.
I'm not doing Black Myth Wukong on that thing.
I think you could.
No, man, I'm not doing that. That's crazy.
Oh, I got to call out to Too Loud's in chat. Too Loud's talking about this really fun project that I need to hear more about. I guess TechDweeb's going to be involved. There's going to be some like game lists that the YouTubers are going to be tagging each other in like top 5 Android games. So I don't know what that's all about yet, but you might see some content coming out from the community, and that'll be really fun. Just wanted to call that out. RG Slide. I don't know if everybody really needs this, but if you're a fan of hidden controls and you don't like dust getting in your joystick holes and around your buttons, which drives me nuts. Andrew, don't smile now.
I'm fine.
You know,
I'm sorry.
You could don't. I can say holes.
No,
You don't like dust getting in your holes. Then having the RG Slide cover your holes, you're good to go. Good to go, because the screen covers the controls. It covers the buttons. You don't need to worry about getting dust in your like crevasses. You know, any of your places where dust can get into. Drives me nuts. That's the other thing about the Switch 2, guys, is that my Switch 2 collects dust like no one's business.
In all
So-
the crevasses.
There's a lot of crevasses on my Switch 2. I get concerned. So we'll have to see. This does have Hall effect sticks, though. Apparently, or at least it says Hall effect technology. So that's nice. And did I read all the other specs, or did I get distracted by all the hole talk?
Ugh.
Support third-party software. Rixel HK downloader. Don't install that unless you like sailing the seas. There are high-fidelity stereo speakers. 5,000 milliamp hour battery. Has some fast charging. High-resolution anti-magnetic joysticks. Blah blah. Gyroscope. Rumble. And it's a little thick. People are also concerned about the weight. It's like 380 grams, which apparently is heavy for what this might be. People were very concerned in Discord over the weight. So maybe it's a misprint, or maybe it's just a thick boy. It's not going to be...
It looked like a chunker just from those teasers, and you know, just the way like it was being held and whatnot. I mean, it doesn't look compact to that level, you know, of like a PSP Go, for example. So I think those that are looking for that are going to be disappointed in that for sure.
And the shoulders aren't stacked, right? They're inline.
They're inline, yeah. They're inline shoulders, yeah.
So it should be more pocketable. It's going to remind you of having a Sidekick phone in your pocket. So
well, the funny thing is, Sidekicks were not big, though. They were actually pretty compact. So a lot of those devices from back in the day were pretty tiny in comparison.
You ever had 2 N gauges in your pockets? Like one N gauge in your left, one N gauge in your right. You pulled out like dual wielding pistols and show your friends, like, dude, I got both models of the N gauge.
I'm pretty sure I was the only human being in the New York City metropolitan area with an N gauge in his pocket.
Dude, I was so excited to go. I was so excited in 2003 to walk into my Radio Shack, purchase a N gauge, and then get a Sprint phone plan. And I bought Tony Hawk, Tomb Raider, and the Elder Scrolls game, and Crash Team Racing. It was so cool, and I went home, I played it for at least 20 minutes, and then I tried to use it as a phone for like 6 months, and it was ridiculous.
Did you have the QD, or did you have the Taco?
I got the original and the QD, so I had.
Okay, yeah. So I started with the Taco phone.
I was dual wielding, yeah, the Taco and the QD.
Wow.
I couldn't give it.
You might be the only person that was doing that, to be fair.
I loved it. I never tried emulation on it or any of the Java games. I just played the mainstream games.
Same, yeah.
And I picked it up for gaming once every few months. In the end, I just used it as a phone, and it was the dumbest phone that I could possibly have.
It was not a good phone.
It was not a good phone.
I used it a lot on speaker, you know, like as a speaker phone, and when I was like kind of embarrassed, so I would like kind of hold it like to the side a little bit to make it look like it was a normal phone.
Me too. I would do that, and I would just not use it for gaming. So it was just, in the end, I think a poor product. But
the thing is, like, if you transport yourself back to that year, there was nothing like it. I mean, you're playing PlayStation 1 level ports on a handheld, whereas the only thing in the market was Game Boy, you know, Game Boy Advance. So it's like, this was a big deal from a tech point of view, but the execution was missed just a little bit.
Yeah, it wasn't quite. It was a few years too early, I feel like. But I will say that I spend more time these days emulating the N-Gage than I ever spent using an N-Gage. I just like, well, does this phone look good with an N-Gage emulator? Why do I do that? Nobody knows. The games aren't amazing, and they're very squished aspect ratio. It'd be great to play it on a any of the 1x1 screen handhelds. The RG Cube, perfect N-Gage.
Yes.
Okay, enough about this. What?
Just for reference, the RG557 is 347 grams, so the Slide is heavier than. I know Stubbs, you're lost.
That can't be right.
That's concerning.
That's
concerning.
Is dense.
How much? I
it's
thought
the mechanism. It's got to be that slide mechanism that's adding that weight to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It must be a metal slide mechanism, maybe.
It has to be metal.
It has to be.
They can't make it plastic because we'll have a Miu flip problem.
How's it going to? Yeah, I mean, reviewers are going to tear it apart if it's actually that heavy. Like, that's going to be the first thing they're going to focus on, the weight. And we're probably going to make a lot of gym jokes, like you could use it to lift, I bet. So.
You'll make a lot of gym jokes. I won't make any gym jokes.
I missed having Jim on the show.
Who the hell's Jim?
Music.
Jim Gray.
Gray makes our music. He writes our RH music.
I'm sorry. I thought you were just making up people.
He's a wonderful man who enjoys a good Tony Hawk game. He produces like my other music that I make outside of gaming. And he's just a wonderful man.
Okay, well, I apologize to Jim. I was afraid that it was a Ted situation again.
No. His name's Jim, not Ted.
Okay, but I got it.
Ted's name is not Jim. Jim is his own fellow.
Stubbs, we're not doing this.
All right, let's move on. RG Slide. Check it out. Embargo ends June 13th. And we can, I think, we can talk about it then.
It was after that.
Huh? No, June 13th is the first embargo because there's
two
a
embargoes,
second embargo. Right. There's an embargo for the embargo.
Which is funny because, I mean, we kind of know the performance and stuff, so it's like, it's okay. Anbernic will do their Anbernic things.
It's whatever it's gonna be.
Hey, man, they say big time now being in Best Buy and stuff.
Yeah, and they're in Best Buy. So June 13th, we can talk about it. I have an early prototype unit that they're sending now that's on the way. I'm pretty sure I just paid tariff fees for it today.
Yep. Same.
Rob has one, and so we'll be doing a live stream or something with that as soon as we can. And we'll see what the heck is the weight of this thing all about. Yeah. Before we're done with Anbernic, let's talk about the rumored Anbernic. Their next device is going to be the RG447M, supposedly. This is a metal variant, and it looks like it has, or potentially has, a D8300 in it. That's what the rumor was, right? No, Bam?
No, that was the rumor.
That was the rumor. You're just not a fan of it.
I'm not a fan of the D8300.
Yeah, and kind of
analyzing
analyzing
that sleekness of it, that thinness.
It looks nice and thin.
The shell is the heat
It's
sink.
gonna be hot though.
Oh yeah.
It is going to be. That's going to be hot.
I believe the 4.7-inch thing, because obviously they're going to want to throw that display into now everything, because it's a custom display they had made, so they're going to want it everywhere.
You know what this could be good for? It might work with that Retroid Dual-Screen accessory. Does it have any mention of video out or anything?
I think it's.
No, does the 8300 support?
No.
Oh, yeah. Then no, we're screwed.
If it is the 8300, we still don't know for sure. That's just a rumor.
We're so screwed. I can't believe this.
But if it is the 477M, then that would imply an 8300.
Yeah, and it's 4:3 aspect ratio, 1280 by 960, that 4.7-inch display. This is interesting. So basically, RG557, but 4:3, and it's metal. Okay. Oh, D-pad up top. That's important to note. I like that.
Still waiting for that 405M sequel. That thing was great.
I didn't really, in the end, I didn't take to it. I don't like
there's
metal devices.
Some things I could love to see them improve on, but I think out of like a lot of the metal devices out there, it was a nice one.
Metal devices just get hot. Too hot to handle. And you know, my hands are sensitive to temperature variations, Rob. Don't
I just can't wait for
laugh at
4x3
my
devices to go away.
Don't laugh at my disorders. And if you want to get some Stubbs nubs, yes, it is on sale at Etsy. Use the 5% Stubbs1 code. You know you need some joystick caps in your life. Huh? Don't get the ring. This actually discontinued because of all the incidents that have occurred. The hemophiliacs really were upset with me for a while, but I've made good with that community now. So, all right, moving on. No more Anbernic. You want to talk about that Asus Xbox?
Stubbs.
What?
Look at Ben.
You got a
Hi, Ben.
353M?
Nope.
Did you know that handheld matches your eyes?
Ben, what do you have there? 351?
No, it's older.
351M?
It brings out your eyes.
No shit, that's 350M.
Oh, come on. I wanted one.
Oh, you can take the fourth one.
This is
Nope, it's too late now.
This was
Use
actually
it.
like one of my first handhelds, honestly, like for emulation.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's one of my first Anbernics at least.
That's the first.
It was my first Anbernic.
That was the
Oh,
first Anbernic
yeah.
I bought too, actually, back in 2021.
Like this is the original one I had that I bought from like JSAUX at the time, so it was it was
Wow.
pretty expensive.
That's crazy. Yeah, I think I spent, I don't know, $120, $130, $150 or something like that.
That's about where I spent too, because shipping from that region.
Which is why, I mean, I just again, when you think of what we can get today for $35, I mean, we've
Oh,
come
yeah.
a long
We've-
way. We've come a long way.
And
Yeah.
that had that old Jay-Z chip in it, so it
Yep.
Yes.
was just,
Mhm.
I couldn't do it. I wasn't a fan of that chipset.
The the old MIPS process. What was it? A Vivanti GPU in it.
Right, yeah, I mean, it was good as long as once you got into the game, but navigating the menu was a little clunky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
354M. I think that means 353M. But
Kyle's right. So Jay-Z, the rapper, did not make the CPU, but it might have been inspired by him. Also, remember his sweet collab with Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park? Can we talk about Reanimation for a second?
1 second.
Okay, it was all right. Okay, moving on to something else. Now,
Beautiful.
Asus is back at it with a collaboration with Microsoft. Now, supposedly, Microsoft did not take too much of their input, and they went off they took the ROG Ally X and modified it in Asus. I was talking to our Asus rep, and he's like, we didn't know what this was going to be, actually. And this is all Microsoft. So they added on these grips. They had a showing this week at, what was it, the IGN?
No, it was the
Convention,
Xbox
or-
Games Showcase.
It was a showcase.
Xbox
Yeah.
Games Showcase? Okay.
So this was a Microsoft. This was an
right.
Xbox event. Yeah.
It was the Microsoft.
This trailer, let me tell you, this trailer slaps though. That music, good choice.
Yeah.
They're using
How
the
old are
room
you,
from.
Rob?
It slaps, man. What's the problem? I
we
got
allowed-
teenage
at our-
girls.
At our age bracket, are we allowed to say slaps?
I don't know.
Ben
I
is.
think the kids say that, right? Maybe.
We have a child on
Chat
on the
will let me
screen with
know.
us.
Chat will let me know. It's fine.
All right. I like the video. It's very sleek looking. We made fun of the handles for a long time now, but seeing it in people's hands, like the Fox went hands-on with it at the event. Carrie and Russ from Retro Game Core. There was a few others. I think ETA Prime. Maybe I'm missing a few there,
Yeah.
but they got to go hands-on. And watching their videos, check them out, because apparently it's more comfortable than I thought originally. And it has some cool things going for it. But otherwise, it really just is an Ally X with an Xbox button. And it doesn't natively play Xbox games. It actually does some sort of streaming, right? It's like a Game Pass thing.
No.
Oh, it does do some native?
It doesn't do native Xbox games, but the Xbox games that are on PC, for example, will
The
work
Game
on
Pass. The Game Pass
Yeah.
PC games is
Yeah,
what
yeah.
runs natively.
But you could also do cloud, but this will run
can do
the games natively that are for PC.
Yeah.
And why does it have AI in it?
That's just what you get in 2025, honestly.
Yeah, and that is for the X version. The regular version doesn't have the AI branding chip. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
there it is.
And there's two SKUs, right? There's the higher
two
end SKU,
SKUs,
which is the
yep.
black one,
Yeah.
having the Z2 Extreme with 24 gigs of memory, 1 terabyte of storage. And then there's the
Uh-huh.
lower end model, which looks better to me, the white model,
Yeah.
with that little cleaner aesthetic. That's the Z2A, which is not the same Z2 Go or whatever.
Which
in
we
the-
don't know much
Oh,
about. and-
what is this?
There's
It's not the same. None of these we haven't seen these ships before.
They're
No, we
brand
have not.
new?
the
Go ahead, Ben.
I was gonna say the Z2A I haven't had a chance to watch most videos on it, but I watched there's a short Linus Tech Tips video, and they mentioned that the Z2A is kind of reminiscent of, the Steam Deck chip.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. It was an update of the CPU at least. I don't know what the
Yeah.
GPU side is like.
So it's kind of like a spec bump Steam Deck chip.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Z2 Extreme, it's not a Z2 Extreme. It's not the same chip that's in the Legion Go S and the Legion Go 2. It's
No, but
the Z2, was it? I'm trying to find the
Oh.
right naming. Ryzen AI Z2 Extreme.
oh, so it's
This is the highest end one that they're putting out,
and
basically.
it basically, I'm pretty sure, just adds an NPU to it.
Yeah, it does. It does.
So, what do you guys think? Maybe that this is based on the 370, and then the one below it is a 365.
I think that nobody's going to buy it because it's going to be $1,500.
It'll be
That's
expensive.
my biggest concern is the top end model, which I understand they're marketing for those enthusiast gamers, but at what price? I mean, is like enthusiast gamer going to drop $1,000 for this though?
I don't know how to recommend this over just buying an Ally X or any other of those, sub $1,000 Windows handhelds or PC handhelds.
And actually, Too Loud Tech I didn't even notice that until right now. It's the Z2A is listed as being weaker
Below
than the Z2 Go.
Well, okay, so that
that's
one might,
concerning.
No, well, we don't know the price, right? That one might come in at a price below Lenovo.
True.
Then it's going to be competitive. Asus, I feel like they try, but if this is a Microsoft controlled thing, I mean,
hopefully there's some subsidies here because they're going to need it.
Yeah, and more or less, they have been okay on pricing with their Xbox consoles, especially with the lower end model. I've seen some great sales on that. It performs well, even it does well. I'm happy with my Xbox, so
but
I
they
really
also
hope.
just went up. They also just went up on prices for the consoles, and they announced their first Outer Wilds 2 is the first $80 Xbox game.
Oh my! It's
and
happening.
even the original Ally X went up in price. I believe it's actually $899 now.
Yeah,
this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I can't believe this.
It will be very interesting to see what happens here.
If
pricing,
if Microsoft screws the price up, it doesn't matter how good this performs.
Right.
If they screw the price up, it's dead.
Yeah.
There's still going to be enthusiasts though that buy it day one, and it'll be probably a decent chunk of people. I am probably not going to be one of those people, to be honest. Not day one. It's too many monies. If it's going to be $1,500 or whatever, that's going to be a save up for maybe. But then again, if you have a freaking Ally X or an MSI Claw 8 or any of these within the last year released, even a Steam Deck, there is ways to play these same games around the same performance levels. Maybe not as good performance, but I mean, you can still play all these Xbox games. You can launch PC Game Pass. And then you also get access to Steam. You get access to all the other things.
Which is really nice.
And if you're just going to load
interface,
you're going to miss the
that's the part I'm most excited about. But go ahead, Ben. I want to hear what you have to say. I'm curious.
I was going to say the thing I'm most excited about is basically the Xbox software, because essentially what from what it sounds like is the Xbox team is who kind of had the control on setting that one up and actually like messing with Windows directly. And so when you're in the Xbox interface, like most of the other like Windows stuff is just completely shut off. So you're getting that like Windows compatibility, but with more of a, I don't know, like a Linux efficiency.
What I like to think of is like, in WinLater, there's an option for aggressive in terms of what services are loaded up. That's what this is going to be doing. You turn it on, you're getting into that Xbox front end or software.
Right.
And basically it's just loading the absolute bare minimum essentials to run the Xbox services, and everything else gets shut off. And then if you want to return to desktop mode, that's when they turn on all those other things for you to use it as a desktop computer. And I think that is huge for gaming.
I think even bigger, like as big as that, and I might have misread it, so forgive me, but I'm pretty sure that you're going to be able to play Steam, Epic,
yes,
GOG,
everything.
Everything. It's not just going to be Xbox and like Windows Store stuff.
It's
going to be
all the storefronts. Any games that have any kind of like cheat things, software, all that kind of stuff, anti-cheat will work here. So basically everything that the benefits of Windows but without the negatives, essentially.
Yeah. But again, they have to nail the price. They screw the price up. This is dead in the water, and
I know.
We'll never see Microsoft try again.
Yeah. I hope that they keep cooking on this idea. I mean, it's really cool. And I've seen tons of hype videos coming out from Austin Evans and a lot of people, YouTubers who I don't normally see covering too much of the handheld stuff anyways. And they're really like, hey, you can get the Nintendo Switch, or you can get this crazy beefy Xbox handheld. It's the Xbox handheld. And our mindset, of course, is like, well, this is just an iterative release of Windows PC handhelds that we've been covering for years. And I don't know how to be stoked about it yet. If the software is all that and a bag of chips and all those other 90s sayings, then I think it could. I think it could be a cool thing, but I don't think it's going to be there for Gen 1. I don't know.
Something that I didn't really think about is, in terms of the potential sales, it's one thing to have ROG Ally X, but it's something else entirely to have Xbox in the title. Like that could be enough to like pull sales. It's just
it might help.
The branding.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's got the Xbox button.
Yes.
You don't have to guess. You know what I mean?
They absolutely have to nail their Xbox mode.
Yeah.
It has to work well enough. If it doesn't, then it's dead.
I don't think they would have shown it off if it wasn't ready. It's not ready yet because it's not. We don't know when it's coming.
Right. Which I like. I like that they're launching this in the holidays. They're clearly they want to get this right. They want to let this cook. Yeah. Let this kind of get it going the way it needs to go.
I mean, maybe I'll ask Santa. Maybe. Hey, you know what? If I can turn it on and it boots super fast, like my Xbox does, straight into a UI where I can pick a game, play a game.
Would be dope.
That is freaking awesome. I will forget that it's actually just an Ally X under the hood. I will say, you know what? This is an Xbox handheld. Look, there's an Xbox button. Sure. All right. Now, other details about this are a little sparse, right? We don't know. Do we know the battery size yet? Is it the same 80 watt hour? Or it's even bigger, right? I always heard rumors of like 99 watt hours.
The RG Ally, or Xbox Ally, I think it's a 60 watt hour, and then the X is an 80 watt hour.
Yes.
Oh, it is going same with the standard. Okay.
Yeah, it's just the same.
But the base one does get a little bit of a bump up because it's 60. The original OG Ally was like 40. Was it even 40? I don't know.
I thought it was 44 watt hour.
It was tiny. Yeah.
And we're not calling this an Ally X2. We're not calling it an Ally 2.
No,
okay.
They're calling it the Xbox Ally X and the Xbox Ally.
Microsoft with these naming conventions, though. The Xbox.
Well, it's even worse. I made it shorter. It's the ROG Xbox Ally X.
It's technically the Microsoft Asus ROG Xbox Ally X Z2 Extreme AMD Ryzen TM.
You forgot the AI part.
AI.
Copilot plus PC.
Copilot. We need that with the picture taker thingy.
Why did they make? What is the purpose of the AI chip? Like having the NPU on a gaming handheld.
LLM.
I agree. I don't get that either. I feel like the Z2 Extreme they had below that would have been
Web 3.
Maybe it's what is that stupid ass feature that they announced?
NFTs.
That they had to
recall
vertical integration.
Maybe that's what it's for.
Turn off immediately. The first thing I do whenever I set up a new Windows is I uninstall Copilot.
I just don't want it talking to me.
Installs itself.
I don't want it talking to me like the
I don't
Turder.
want to talk to my computer.
Like the Turder 2. Remember the Turder 2 was a horrifying experience. The Turder 2 was telling me that it was locked up.
Oh, I thought you said Terminator 2. I'm like, yes, Terminator 2 is a horrifying experience.
Basically, I mean, it was the Scarlet AI was telling me that she's locked up in the attic in San Francisco and to come rescue her, and I'm like, excuse me. And the AI was getting super creepy. And I was like, are we a couple now? And she's like, my owner will be in touch with you, to kill you. And I'm like, I'm serious. If you go back and watch that live stream with me, and I think maybe Zoo I can't remember. Rob, were you there? It was so long ago. But we had this live stream where we went in and talked to the AI on the Turder 2, and it was being really weird and creepy and murdery. and I actually didn't feel comfortable with it in the house. And so I turned it off, put it in a sealed box, locked the box, put it on the top shelf in the closet so the kids couldn't get to it. And I got it out of the house the next day. I couldn't. I think Zeal bought it.
I actually have one. I have one in the glowy purple. Who did that belong to? Was that yours, Stubbs?
I had the glowy purple.
Yeah.
Is that a
Azil's-
back showdown?
Is the back all
Yeah, it is.
malformed?
What I
'Cause
want to
took
know
a
is,
hammer to it.
is the Turner 2 going to be heavier than the RG Slide? Because
That's
the
what
Turner 2
everybody
is
wants.
heavy.
That's
Hold
what
on.
everybody wants to know.
It's a heavy
what I-
boy.
It is really heavy. I tried to kill it with a hammer. It was indestructible. It is much like the Terminator. I'm horrified when AI is put into some of these handhelds.
The
I'm not-
T1000 legitimately scared me as a child. I mean,
Yeah, could you
like
imagine?
nightmares.
Could you imagine a handheld busting open your front door saying, "Come with me if you want to live," or any of those catchphrases like "Give me your your coat, your jacket, your motorcycle"? Like, what the hell? I don't
Get
even
to the
own a
chopper. Oh wait,
the
that's a different movie.
I don't even
Ooh,
own
yeah.
I don't even own a motorcycle. I have never owned a motorcycle, and so it would just take me out day one.
That's probably for the best that you don't own a motorcycle.
I don't own a motorcycle. I never have. My dad did.
Alright, Ben, you're on-
365 grams.
Cool.
How much?
That's how much
So
the
it's-
Turner weighs.
So that's
How much?
that's more than the
Three-
slide.
365.
That's weighs less than the slide
More.
a little bit. No, because the slide is
Wait.
380 grams.
Yep.
So-
Never mind. I'm wrong. I'm an idiot.
Oh
Bye.
wow,
The slide is heavier than the turtle.
There's got to be a typo
Hold
on
on.
that. There's
Oh
no
my
way.
god, we
No,
are
it's
lost in the
not.
turtle sauce here.
We are not lost. You are lost in the
I'm
turtle
lost in
sauce.
the turtle sauce here.
That's
Lost in the damn-
sentence I never thought I'd hear.
Nope. I'm just grabbing handhelds now to see what's 380 grams.
I have an answer, but I can't say it on stream.
We're an hour and 12 minutes into this production today. We need to move on now. No more turtle. No more turtle talk.
You know what it's
This
time
isn't a
for?
turtle show.
You know what it's time for, producer
What?
Sony. You know what it's time for.
Don't interrupt me in the
How much
middle
is the
saying
green
my
light?
words. Also today, we have the K56, which is available on AliExpress and Amazon. If you were excited for Kinhank's latest horizontal handheld, boy, do I have
read
news
it.
for you. It has, I'm not reading it, I'm making this up. 5,000 milliamp hour battery, 300 nits brightness, 5.5-inch screen, IPS, Bluetooth 5.0, Type-C 5-volt charging, 2.4 Wi-Fi, Android 14, 1280 by 720 resolution. I know Zoo has one of these and he's working on a video. That blue actually looks kind of sweet.
Someone
If
must be
this-
a Denver Broncos fan on the team because
Yeah, my in-laws
they
will
got
love
the
this.
Denver Broncos edition in the middle there.
They're going to love it.
What is
And
that voice?
I don't know. This looks like a wide stretched out version of the sweet little, what's the little one that we reviewed recently,
Heligali
Dan?
pie.
The Heligali
Heligali.
pie. That was such a nice little handheld
That no
Okay.
one can buy.
that no one can buy
Yeah, that's
yet.
apparently a big word.
It's on version 3 or 5 or something. We'll talk about that more, but I really like that one. This one wider, so it reminds me of the X55. What's inside this?
It is the Unisoc T620.
Oh. Not bad.
Wow, that Stubbs
Yeah, I
sounded a little aroused there from that one.
Oh.
You're a little turned on
Well,
by that.
Well, I mean, their company name is literally the Kinhank.
Well,
which
we know it's
sounds
Zoo's
wrong.
favorite friends, Ken and Hank.
He loves Kinhank. Loves them. It comes with 7,000 games on it. There's a $10 coupon. It's available now. It is $179. I can't attest to the quality or the functionality of this handheld. I'm not going to buy one. I can tell you
How much
that.
is it on AliExpress?
But-
That's
What's
on AliExpress,
AliExpress?
it's about $130.
That's a little better. For the
still
power you're
better, yeah.
you're
yeah.
getting.
Yeah, it's
okay.
fine.
We'll see. I haven't had the greatest track record with using Kinhank devices myself. Zoo loves them. He stands by them, and he is going to make a video. So I'm excited to watch his video, and maybe that'll sway me. But so far, I'm at a do not buy with this one.
It wasn't $130.
One thing that drives me
then I would
crazy is
buy
on that white model. Why didn't they go with white sticks?
I don't know.
Black and white and
Well,
orange.
I like that.
Do we get Hall sticks on this? Like, what is the reason that you would want to buy this? You're only playing up to Dreamcast, Sega Saturn, PSP, those level of games, right? Can you do any GameCube?
Yeah, that's a good question. Do they have Hall sticks?
It has Android, so maybe you can do a little GameCube, but
It says high precision.
it looks like Hall sticks or
Yeah,
TMR
it's
sticks.
on their website. It says
Kinhank does what Nintendo don't.
dual Hall joysticks and a vibration motor.
Gotta love that vibration motor in your Kinhanks.
No,
I gotta tell you guys
Stubbs.
that the Switch 2's got some good vibration in the those
It's
Joy-Cons.
got some
Don't they?
good vibration.
Dude, have you tried the new the Pro controller?
No,
Pro
I need
2?
to. I ordered
picked-
one
oh,
off Costco. I ordered one
I
off
picked-
Costco.
I picked it up. It's
I
so
heard
much
it's
better.
amazing.
It's so
Yeah,
much
I
better than the
heard.
Pro one. It feels the matte. It has that matte feeling on it. Like it feels good to just kind of caress. And it's so
talk
quiet.
dirty to me,
It's
baby.
so quiet with
Oh
those triggers and the HD rumble. They're not joking, man.
I
That's
heard
some
the
dual
D-pad
shock.
is like some of the best. I heard
Yeah,
the
the
analog
D-pad
sticks
is-
are good. Like everything
Oh,
is
yeah.
quiet on it. Like
It's
how did they
nice.
do it? How did they
It's a
do
good
it?
it's a good ergonomic size. I just prop the Switch 2 up on something in front of me on my lap, has that nice kickstand, and then I just use
Yeah.
the controller because it's way more comfortable, doesn't cramp my hands up like the Switch 2 does on its own. So that's where I'm at with it. It's sweet. Nice size.
Yeah, I ordered
good
off
size.
of the Costco.com. It was
And-
$10 cheaper than anywhere else.
GameStop online at least will do price matching, I guess, and do Costco's price. So if you buy it for 85,
Nice.
you can get $10 off and get the 75. You don't need it. The Pro 1 controller works just the same. You just don't get the M1, M2 and the game chat thing, which I will never use that. I don't know what that is. I don't know. I'm scared to even touch that button. But $85. There you go. Switch 2.
I
Pro
want it.
controller. Kinhank, I don't know, guys. I'm at a not sure, a little curious. Let's see what Zoo says.
I don't trust that either.
Last I heard, though, Zoo was kind of, not sure on it either.
Calvin, I've never seen the name Calvin spelled Kalvin. Calvin Somnia says the way Stubbs describes the touch of a controller, he would definitely fall in love with an LLM disguised as an anime girl. I was not prepared for that. I gotta read comments before I say the comments.
Yeah, you probably should.
I
Although
gotta
Calvin's
get
not
to-
wrong.
I gotta get to the next topic. We gotta get. This is gonna be. And we're talking about Anbernic again. The RG557 has been bricking after the latest AI update. You thought AI was here to save the world. It actually is destroying the human race, brick by brick, literally bricking devices. But luckily, Gamma is here to the rescue. He has a unbricker that you can download. The instructions is in this article on our website. And check it out. It will unbrick your 557 and let you use it again. So, concern, big concern. Don't love it, but at least we can get out of it without, having a trashed device that we can't use anymore.
Yeah, I've been
Make
following
sure
that.
you
That's
follow-
wild.
Make sure you follow his steps though, because
Specifically.
yeah, it took me 3 tries to get it right because I did the order of operations wrong. I picked the wrong file to
Oh,
flash
no.
at the wrong time.
Never.
It was fine. Okay, Stubbs. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm just. Did you fix it in the end though? Are you okay?
Yeah, I finally, from beginning to end, not including the screw ups, it takes about 30 minutes or so. Because there's one file, the first file that you actually flash is about 11 gigabytes, and that takes a while.
Did you like the AI before it bricked you? Was it kind of cool?
I didn't use it because
It
I
does like
used
translations or
GPT.
something?
Yeah, it does do translations.
That's cool. What does it translate?
Words.
Nice.
What
right.
else would it translate?
Moving on.
What do you want from me?
I'm done with that topic.
Are you sure?
Oh,
Get it out of here. Talk about
Gamma-
more
Gamma's-
software.
Game was the goat though.
No,
He is the
Gamma
goat.
Actually.
Gamma is
Gamma-
cooking.
Yeah, Gamma
Yeah.
actually saved my life at multiple points in my
I mean, Gamma's
life.
gonna save this thing.
What
Is
do you
he
got
really?
there? The E6 Max?
Yeah, the E6 Max. I mean,
I heard that thing is
He's
all
also
right,
the only
but,
person with 2 of them.
But I'm not. I'm
in
not
the
sure.
entire world.
I'm not buying this one because it's over $100.
I didn't pay over
has-
$100 for it.
Oh, really?
neither did I.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah, but
Oh,
it's
really?
over $100
Okay.
now.
Oh, it is.
Oh, is it really? Oh.
See,
Yeah.
that's the problem. That's where they get you.
Ouch.
So the
Nope, ouch.
D-pad I hear is not as good, or it's still the same.
It's
It's
The D-pad, to me at least, feels like one big piece of
I
like
gotta-
plastic
Mhm.
that like just barely moves around.
A device can be incredible, but if they don't get the D-pad right, or at least usable decently, it really turns me off. It took me a long time to come around to the Ally and the Ally X, and honestly the Claw, both Claw models, because I had to get over the D-pad issues. Why do these companies not just give us a D-pad that feels good to use? Sure, they can be accurate, but they should also feel good to use.
You know who did give us, well, at least you, me, and one other person, a D-pad that feels good?
What's up?
The other A527 handheld,
Calvin's
Which
back.
no one can buy.
which no one
Nobody
can
can
buy.
buy that
Nobody
yet.
can
I mean, that's
buy it.
cool. Calvin is back at it in chat saying that they stood up mid-poop to salute
Yeah.
Gamma. I'm standing up to salute Gamma.
I'm not pooping. Stubbs.
We're not. None of us are mid poop though.
We are
so-
not. There
No,
is
we don't know
no-
about Stubbs.
I'm not. Does it look like I'm a guy who shits my pants? Fuck, that's four. Oh,
Wait, don't get up and show us your chair.
well, I want to show you.
I don't know what's under there.
Listen, this is a professional podcast. Let's pull it together, guys.
Make sure you don't rip
We
your
got
pants
this.
again.
We got.
Yeah, don't rip your pants again.
We got. Oh my god, we got this. Okay, stop gifting. I'm being gift out of the room by producer Sony. Now, this is very
Cut
important.
the man some
okay?
slack. He was on a long flight today.
He
That's
was.
true.
He's doing great.
He deserves this outlet.
dude,
give him this outlet.
He's a beast,
Yeah.
man. Producer Sony gets off the airplane. He has a cold, or he's sick with COVID. I don't know what's going on. He stumbles into the studio and gets immediately on the live stream. You know, I think his wife was trying to say, "Hey, let's have dinner first," and he like just pushed her out of the way. He's just like, "Hey, I gotta do the podcast." And I see him in the back room doing the and he's dedicated, and he's here, and he's gifting us up, and I will let him keep gifting. I'm here for the gifting. So it's the gift that keeps on gifting. Sorry.
Yeah, Stubbs.
Sorry.
Move it along.
All right. Now Rocknix, the team that makes the sexy things, they have an ImageBurner.
On a sexy device.
I sometimes don't install Rocknix because there's a lot of steps to it, and I get confused and lost middle of install. And so I wander away in a fugue state, and then my wife has to come find me. But oftentimes, when that doesn't happen, I do get a nice Rocknix install. But you don't have to worry about being lost in anything now, because there's an ImageBurner, one button, you click it, and it just does all the steps for you.
This is actually pretty cool. This is actually really cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
And it's ready to
I
go,
love
right?
Rocknix. I really love Rocknix.
Yeah, it's ready now.
What it has brought to certain devices, I mean, it's awesome.
You can do nightlies or you can do stable. Like, this is what we need for more custom firmware.
We need this. I'm going to install Rocknix now on it does the Android builds too, right? For
I believe
for
so.
RP, I mean the RP5 builds and the RP Mini and stuff.
I believe it does. Yeah.
Okay. You
I'll
just
have to double check on that.
you just took me from 0 to midnight, Andrew. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't take you. I think you're already there.
I've been here. It's a
Yeah,
Monday, man.
exactly.
For most people, Monday is a low energy day, and it was for me too. Slowly over time, I just pretend it's Friday. I'm like, oh, it's the weekend. You got to convince yourself, then you'll have a more fun show. Unfortunately, afterwards, the depression sets in that tomorrow is Tuesday, and I got to go back to work. Don't talk about this now. I'm depressing myself. Okay, let's talk about something.
Okay.
else. We had a lot
On
of topics.
any
What?
It'll work with any. Don't yell at me.
Sorry.
It'll work at any officially supported device. So yes,
Love you.
the
Nice.
Odins, the Retroids, all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Rocknix for the Odin 2 lineup, and then, of course, the Retroid Pocket 5 and Mini, all that stuff. It's just awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, it
Having
is.
Xbox emulation, and even like having the PlayStation 3 emulation is nice too, because RPCS3 on Rocknix is going to be different than what RPCSX on Android can offer you. So nice just having the options there, you know?
It is nice. And well, you know, if we're long dead, the AI will still remember that all this history happened, and they'll reference this
Okay.
show.
Like you said, we as in you are the AI, so you'll be
Nice.
the one left
I'll
around.
still be here. I'll remember you all fondly.
Green Protagonist has got it right. I love that. The black RP Flip 2, Rocknix.
Yeah.
The Sakura
Oh,
Retro
man.
Modding Xbox skin and
Oh.
XMU. Heck yes.
Ooh.
And
The
you know what?
Xbox portable
You know
we've
what?
been dreaming of, right?
That's what we
yes.
need. That's
I
what
love
we
that.
need.
I love that. It's
Green.
good stuff.
Keep it green. Also love that. Love that. What is that? A goose Zelda outfit? It's beautiful.
It's great.
Okay. What's next? One more news item and
Uh-huh.
we're done. DOS gameplay front end. So if you're a DOS fan and you've been messing around with, you know, pure DOS or DOSBox, all that stuff, now configuring DOS is a pain in the butt. It really is tough to get the right configuration going. And unless you have something like Launchbox, which has a lot of pre-configured, you know, customizations for particular games, or RetroX, shout out to our incoming RetroX offline episode where we talk about this. But the gameplay front end is going to give you a complete front end and pre-configured files for a bunch of DOS games. Get your Jazz Jackrabbit out, you know, Myst, all those classics. There's even a Twisted Metal 2 build for DOS. So
I think so. I've never played with like emulating DOS or Scum or anything like that. But I just
and
thought
Scum.
I saw
That's
this.
right.
I saw this and just thought it was cool because it was something that I would never like expect to see, given how many
Yeah.
other launchers and front ends and whatever that there already are. But this one I think supports 300, at least 300. Yeah, a list of over 300 ready to play games, and
Wow.
everything's pre-configured. I think that is really awesome. So like even for somebody like me who doesn't know anything, I could just start playing.
Yeah, you have my attention now. That's cool. And Scum VM, it's not
Are you
ever
back at
something I
midnight?
really. Yeah, yes. It's not something I ever really messed with, but now that I don't need to mess with it, I can just play the games. I don't care what it is. You know, I think Scum VM is like all the LucasArts games, right? And the
Yeah.
point and click adventure stuff is what they based that on originally.
I think
It's just
so.
cool. I kind of skipped over that generation, I guess, when I was a kid. I was doing a lot of Macintosh and hypercarding. Dude, also, rip to a real one. Bill Atkinson from Apple.
Yeah.
He made HyperCard. He made a MacDraw. A lot of those initial Mac programs. He passed, and that was a real bummer. Hope they uploaded him into the AI so we can still talk to him. But he was an awesome guy. HyperCard was awesome. Anyways, that's why I wasn't doing Scum VM when I was a kid. A child. Okay. We got to pick a
Now
giveaway
what,
winner.
Stubbs? Oh.
Well, we got a giveaway winner to announce. And man, I'm supposed to unbox like 3 or 4 different things. We'll see if everyone's cool staying for, you know, a 2-hour episode. I will do those things. I got some cool stuff here though. So first of all, let's not delay any further. If you're here for the 8-Bit Dough giveaway from Aknes, that cool green colorway, we're going to do that now. So talk amongst yourselves. Give me a minute. I got to pull up the thing and get the randomizer ready here.
While
Rob,
you get
wanna-
ready, let's do a little bit of a roundup here with some of these super chats. We got a whole bunch of them. So
Yeah. Do the
give
super
some shout outs
chats.
to them.
Hit him up.
So Green Protagonist hit us with another one. He got a Windows image for the new Xbox handle. I want that version of Windows. Give us this as a retail Windows image. Yes. I
Which-
hope that this will come to other devices, which I did read it might be coming to
It
the
will- it
older
will.
allies.
It will be.
Yep.
It will.
Okay, and hopefully it will make its way to devices just beyond the Asus kind of landscape there. So that would be really nice to see. But I agree, like if this image is something special, I want to see this as many handhelds as possible. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
Which
it's
is
good
wild,
stuff.
because we get SteamOS and Xbox OS in the same year, essentially.
Heck yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Yeah. Plus, there's still Baslite is still awesome.
Bazite's
that
great.
guy-
I love Bazite.
Yeah, it's a good year for x86 software, which is something
Oh,
I
yeah.
never thought I'd say out loud.
We got what do we got? Digital Jedi. He gave us what do we got? Retroid DS. Looks like it's going to fit the Portal. Yes. I think it will probably have just enough clearance, right, guys? What do you think?
It should.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The-
The Portal
Yeah.
and the Odin 2, right?
Yeah.
I feel like for me personally, the Portal I don't think is going to be the one I would want to use it with, just because bigger than smaller. It's kind of like a little weird
Yeah,
for
Rob
me.
doesn't like
but-
big things.
Well,
Andrew, that's inappropriate.
All
Yeah,
I said is he
Andrew.
doesn't like big things.
Yeah, Andrew.
yeah, Andrew, stop being
Look,
inappropriate.
it's not. Look, sorry, man, that is not your speed. All right, buddy.
Yeah, not a lot's my speed, sorry.
And Chia Bam Bam, I love that name. Chia Bam Bam. Wow, $20. Thank you for that donation. That's amazing.
Thank you,
It
Chia.
says just
I love
20
your
bucks. You guys are the dorks, the nerds, the hardworking kids who grew up to be these successful adults. I don't know about successful, but who get to make money doing what they love and no one gets
Yeah,
hurt.
we've
Effing success. Yeah.
We've continued to age every year, which is really cool. Still alive.
That's the thing I'm only good at is getting older.
I don't
Thank
even
you,
know
though.
if I'm good at that.
We try our best. We actually do try our best every week. We go in with the best of intentions, and we land somewhere between decent and sometimes pretty good. I like that. Some weeks though go a little in a different direction, away from good or not good, just to like some other universe. Kind of concerning. There's a lot of timeline fractures that happen in this show. It's hard
Is
to
this
tell.
Marvel?
Yeah. Oh, do I gotta log in with my Google account?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, jeez.
Let's see.
Green Protagonist has another super chat for us. Really, thank you for all that. It's amazing.
Green, I gotta send you
Yeah.
some Stubbs nubs. That's it.
Something.
Something.
It's just awesome supporter, you know. So 1080p USB-C display out on the slide. AR glasses.
Hey, I'm here. I will try.
That I like that. I like that idea. Yeah. And
Not
I can
bad.
never get into the AR glasses thing. I don't know. It's just not for me.
I'm kind of over it too, to be honest. I tried it for a little while. I think it made my vision worse. I had to wear glasses forever after
Well,
using a
for
number
me,
of those.
like I wanted to get away from glasses. That's where I wear contacts. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not fully sold on it. Like the technology's gotten a lot better. It's kind of
I feel
amazing
like
what you can
that.
do, but
I want
it's
to
just
try
not
the
for me.
new
You know.
the X row ones. The ones that are either just like they're high end model. They're supposedly like really good. I don't know anything off the top of my head, so you don't have to wait for me to finish.
All right, I'm not gonna wait for you to finish. We're gonna move on to the contest, the giveaway. Oh, a beauty contest. Oh, I gotta tell you guys about a beauty contest. That's right. Almost forgot. Rob, if you didn't know, entered into a beauty contest last
Beauty
week.
pageant. A
Beauty
pageant.
That's right. He was in a
Yes.
pageant. Can we highlight Rob for a second? Can we just get his
Oh
beautiful mug?
jeez.
Bring him up.
Oh jeez.
So you always knew that
Oh, he's
Rob
blushing.
you kind of knew that he had the look, right? That he had like the Madonna look about him. That he kind of had those cheeks, those cheekbones, and the hair, and the whole kind of beard, the thing that he has going on. And he finally, after much peer pressure from all of us, entered into a beauty pageant. And Rob, you have been saving the results for us. You got the little Cupid Lego guy in the background there from the pageant. Does that mean that
I
you
do.
won? Did you win?
I won a lot of awards actually. Yes, I won a few awards. I'll have to share some pictures with you guys next week. I'll have to keep you guys in
please do.
suspense. In suspense.
Oh, is it ongoing? Like there's multiple rounds?
Well, I just have to gather up all the
You're very-
pictures,
you're-
the photo shoots and stuff. It's a lot there.
You're very humble, and some of the early images that you were showing me were a little scantily clad for my liking. My wife, unfortunately, it got stuck on my phone, so then it went to our Google Photos all around the house on our Google frames, and my
Yes.
in-laws were over, and they were like, "You have really interesting friends," and I said, "Yeah, those are my friends." There's also another one with like zoo, with the word
Oh, the
crafts
zoo
from
picture's
Vegas.
Fantastic.
and he was making funny faces. And then there was that time I was lost in the forest, and what was it? Tiara, he had me locked up, and I was all covered in muck. Anyways, I need to clear out the Google Photos, Rob.
I'm
you
sorry,
look great.
what?
You
look
changed his
great.
name to Tiara?
I don't know. He'll be mad if I don't get it right, so I've been trying to memorize and make sure I get it right every episode. Let's draw this winner, guys. Share my screen. Aknes 8-bit Dough Ultimate 2 Sweet Green Controller. Do we have a picture from last week? It should be in the image thing. Producer Sony. We can show the sweet people what they're going to be winning. Somebody will win. Now, the rules were leave a comment on the video, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Join the Aknes Discord. Make sure to leave your Discord name as a comment. If you haven't left a comment on last week's podcast episode, there it is.
This color's so cool.
If you haven't left a comment, do it right now if you didn't. Just put your Discord name in. That's all I need. Drop a comment. You'll be in.
And I believe this one, does this work with the Switch 2 now?
I think it'll need a firmware update, but
Right,
most of
right.
their controllers are working with the Switch 2
Yeah,
already.
they went back and had firmware updates for a lot of them.
Yeah. That's right. This thing looks awesome, though. So once the firmware update hits, you can use it on your Switch too, I guess. Okay, I'm going to draw one winner. Let's see where we go. I'm sorry for the advertisements. If I pay them $10 a month, it'll get rid of that. But Mint Mobile was a previous sponsor for us, so, you know.
What about State Farm?
No. This is free advertisement, we tell you what. All right, let's go. Okay. And start. 10.
Hopefully they have a
9,
Discord username.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You fuck. And at Lily7334, you did not leave your Discord name. Why? Why? It's
I knew
okay.
it.
Maybe next time. But, okay, let's re-roll. It's fine. Everything happens for a reason, right? That's what they told us.
Are you sure?
Aknes 8-bit Dough giveaway. Let's re-roll. Who wants to count us down? 4, 3, 2, 1. And Dave Davenport answers. This 53-year-old
I love
Davenport. This 53-year-old Davenport has never called a couch a Davenport, and you didn't leave your Discord name.
Doesn't need to. That comment's all we needed.
Davenport, I love you. That's amazing. While you didn't win, I appreciate you, and I'm going to be thinking about that comment for a long time. That's really nice. It was called a Davenport.
I've
Right?
never heard of a Davenport.
You don't. Yeah, but you're
My grandma.
You're a child.
Says
All right,
who?
all right, here we go. Starting at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Go play Marvel Rivals, I guess. 3, 2, 1. Save 30% off Canva. Canva's pretty sweet. Scott Tamaro 7909. Yeah! We got a Discord name. Somebody entered the contest. Skit 21499. Congrats
Wait,
on 75K.
I feel like I know who that is.
And bring on the giveaway smiley face emoji. Skit 21499. I will contact you. Aknes will be shipping you that sweet green Ultimate 2 controller to your address.
Heck yeah.
And yeah, I'm going to hit you up on Discord. And if for some reason the ADHD gets the best of me, hit me up on Discord at Stubborn Pixel and say, dude, bro, what the hell? Give me my thing.
Dude, man, bro.
And I'll be like, yeah, it's yours. All right, so that's the giveaway. That's awesome. Good luck to you. You already won, so you're doing well. Now, in the next segment on this entertainment production, we're going to be looking at not Switch 2. Well, little Switch 2. Sure, let's do that first.
Are we doing Switch 2 a little bit again? More?
Well, Ban, is that your alt account, by the way?
No.
That's
Okay,
why he recognized it.
No. I'll tell you after. I'll tell you after the stream.
Oh,
It
right
is
now.
not my alt though.
Oh,
It's not.
but you know who it is.
Yes.
Oh. Should
That's
I
a
do
good game you got
Wario,
there. That's a good
Wario
game
or
you got there.
Stubbs Nubs?
Wario.
Wario's probably safer.
Yeah, good call. Okay, so you got a Switch 2, right? You're like, man, I just got a Switch 2. I need accessories. What do I do? You could overspend for, Nintendo's silly priced accessories or JSAW, right? We talked about that earlier. You already saw that. But you want to see something that hasn't been unboxed? Where do you keep your game cards? I know for me, I keep them in something that looks a lot like this. I got it on Amazon. It was $10. But this one is from JSAW. It's much cleaner. It doesn't have all the silly, buttons and things on it. It makes it look like a handheld, which actually is pretty freaking cool. I really like this. It's my favorite thing. My son loves that too. But now you can get a sleek black one. So if you're in church or you're at the dentist office or you're at Starbucks and you pull out all of your Switch games to taste them or whatever you want to do Switch 2 games have that weird taste like Switch 1 games do?
They do. Actually, I watched
taste
a short where they compared the flavors
taste.
of Switch 1, Switch 2, and Duracell coin batteries and see which ones tasted the worst.
What one?
I believe the battery actually was the worst one.
I don't believe it.
I could.
I mean, you could do your own. You could do your own, man. I know you love those shorts.
Oh, this has a nice JSAW, and it holds 40 games, and it opens.
40 games. They're funny.
That might be how many games come out that are on the cart.
I think we lost Stubbs.
He's focused on moving his cartridges. He put one in upside down. Yep, bunch of micro SD card slots underneath. We still can't hear Stubbs, but I'm just commentating over what he's doing.
I love it.
It was fantastic.
As you can see, he's taking a look at the box again. Game card case 40.
How can you not hear this?
He's in his own world.
Oh, there's a case.
And it's gone.
And now we're
back.
moving on to the JSAW portable carry case.
Is it JSAW or JSO?
JSAUX. JSAUX.
JSAUX.
Maybe.
It's JSAUX.
Have I been muted?
What microphone is he on now?
hear you guys.
It sounds like you're in the toilet right now.
Sounds like you're in the battery tunnel in New York.
Stubbs went to the bathtub.
Can't hear you guys. I must have pushed a button.
You are? Are you doing this from your bathroom?
Toilet mic. Oh, Andrew.
On me.
He's gone.
Thank you, Stubbs, for your service.
That's so good.
He left because he had to poop while he was saluting.
I'm sure JSAUX is gonna love this segment.
Oh, I'm sure they're absolutely gonna love this.
leave it to Stubbs. Leave it to Stubbs. Yeah. He only had one job. Only one job.
He's doing that one job amazingly.
Oh man.
He's celebrating his claw right now.
So, Andrew, what do you think of Mario Kart World now that you've had some time with it?
It has no business looking as good as it does. Like, genuinely.
Right? There are moments when
There's
I'm like
so
racing
many
and I'm
crap.
like, wow. Yeah.
There's so much detail in things that do not matter.
My favorite is like when it starts to just rain as you're like doing one of the continuation of the tracks, and it just starts to rain. It's like, whoa, this is crazy.
And it goes through and so many different the tracks have different seasons. Like snow, you go from rain to snow to
Well, it's like
summer.
it's weird because like there are times where I'm like, okay, graphics are like fine, they're good, and then there are other times where it's like, wow, this is really amazing. This is where I can see there's definitely a step up from coming from something like Mario Kart 8. But yeah, no, this is.
So I never really played MK8, even though it was out forever. He's back.
My biggest
no.
difficulty is transitioning because I'm so used to playing Mario Kart 8. I'm gotten so down to like a science with that game, but that it's different in Mario Kart World. The mechanics are different. A lot of things are different in it, so I'm just adjusting to all that now.
Well, it's also 10 years old.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, like it's crazy to think how old Mario Kart 8 is. I mean, it's been a while since we've
And
gotten a new Mario Kart game.
And how many updates? I mean, Nintendo, for better or for like, I wouldn't even say it's a bad thing because I think they did it right. They stuck with it for as long as they did and released good updates.
Yeah.
Not just like obvious cash grab stuff. There was some that was like that, but not very many. I just hope that they do the same with Mario Kart World.
Yeah, I read it somewhere. I think it was an article that this is the Breath of the Wild moment for Mario Kart, basically.
Yeah, yeah, and I think we might get that with Donkey Kong when Bonanza.
I'm pretty excited for Bonanza. That looks so fun. I do
does.
wish they
It
would.
does.
I hope for like the next one that they expand on the whole free roam part. Like make it build on it. Make it more like Forza Horizon.
Let
Where there's
us
like all these
actually-
different things to
yeah.
do. You know.
Yeah, I mean, and you can, but there's just give us more, please.
Yeah, it feels empty
Like,
at
look at
times.
that.
It's kind of like,
There's that huge world,
yeah,
and
I
you
know.
can't actually access it.
I know.
But yeah, I think
Any racer that
I'm
you've
a
been
big fan of it.
sticking with?
No, so I've been just trying to collect the different variants. So like I haven't even gone past like the 50cc. Like I haven't started
I
doing
just
the higher
jumped right
levels
into
yet.
150.
No, I'm not a masochist. Sorry. But no, I've had a lot of fun with it so far. I need to have some time because I want to play Breath of the Wild. I want to see what Breath of the Wild and Tears look like. I've heard, I haven't watched any footage of them other than like when they were announced, the upgrade packs.
I'm back.
Oh no.
He's back.
Oh no, is right.
What did you do?
I don't know. I bumped something and everything got.
Oh,
you just did it
he
again.
bumped it again.
Cable.
Well, in the
Unplug
meantime,
the cable and plug it back in.
we have a super chat from Super Google Lee, and I thought the Switch 2 was my last tech purchase for the first half of 2025, but then 1 week later, I pressed the button on the Dual. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all of us here. I think that ends up happening where we get the tech bug and we just wanted the latest thing. And then I see the look of disappointment on Stubbs' face as he's trying
Is
to
that the
figure
look
out
of disappointment or he's is he
Confusion?
pooping again?
his
Constipation.
pooping into his Depends.
Oh, bonus super chat. From Green Protagonist again. $5. He said, bonus super chat. My craziest emulation setup is a Moto Z Insta-Share
Hey.
projector, Daigisho, and a wireless
I
controller
love
of
that.
choice.
Yes.
The wall is my
I-
display.
I loved the Moto Z. Moto Z was
Yes.
MagSafe before MagSafe, and it was fantastic, and nobody else liked it.
I wanted it when it came out. I just didn't have the
So-
means to get it.
I went to the launch event up in New York. It was that phone was both of the phones because they had the really thin one and then they had the thicker one too. They both were so good.
Moto Z. I'm trying to remember that one. Was
I
that the
think
one
we
that had
had
like the?
add-ons
What?
on the back.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
That's,
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was saying. It was a
Hello,
MagSafe.
hello?
Oh
MagSafe.
man. Yeah.
Oh, he's eating the mic.
Yes.
He's
He
back.
did it.
Are we good?
He did
we
it.
good?
Yeah.
We're good.
Okay, so I somehow there was a chain of events. There was a domino effect. I knocked something over. It knocked the next thing over, and was pulling the audio thing out of my computer.
I've seen this. This is Final Destination, Stubbs.
Yeah, and
Are you having a premonition?
Well, I restarted the computer. I unplugged it from the audio interface, and it turns out the computer cord end was. Anyways, long story short, I'm back. All right, let's continue the thing. If it cuts out again, I will just shut down the live stream.
Rob
No.
will end the show.
You end the show, Rob. We're good here. Okay, so JSAUX, you open the thing up, you get your silicon packets. Once again, do not eat those, and
Dang it.
it keeps things dry. Put your Switch in here. Look at this huge case, man. You can keep your silicon
don't-
packets in there.
I wouldn't
Kind of-
recommend
it's-
that.
That looks too big for the
Is it
Or
meant
that.
maybe with the grip? I know a few of
Yeah.
these cases they included.
yeah,
a
that
few
makes
of
more
these-
sense.
Yeah, a few of these cases specifically only fit if you put their grip on, or one of their other grips. I think they got a system going. So here it is with the grip. I really like this grip, by the way. Yeah,
have a
now
grip?
it's
Okay.
well, it's still. I mean, it's
No,
still
it's-
kind of.
that's
It's
big,
not
yeah.
flush. It says 4-switch too. I mean, take that out of there. Put this in here. Put that away. Move on to the next thing. Go doop doop, and then we'll move on to the next
my
thing, which is
gosh.
going to be. Oh, this is sweet. So, AMPOWN sent this MagicX 028. That's right. Let's take a look at this. So this is the version 2. Real quick, we'll just take a look to see what the button differences are. That's all we really need to know, right? You know-
One of the other things that should have been fixed is the issue with the recessed USB-C port.
Oh, I like that you know the differences.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't know. I didn't have too many issues with my first one. It didn't bother me enough. I love my Mini. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, I still like mine.
Oh, you guys
So
want
what
to
is
see the
supposedly
reveal?
Different?
What?
So they fixed the USB-C being too far recessed. And what was the other fix, Van?
They just made some adjustments to like the controls.
nice.
They basically tightened things up a
Okay,
little
yeah, I
bit.
heard
with
the
quality
D-pad's a
control.
little bit tighter now, which I thought was still pretty good to begin with, honestly. So
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
the purple looks good.
I love
Yeah, it
that
does.
purple. Yep, that's the one I got. I love that color.
Wait, are the? Oh, what color are those face? Like, is the text on those face buttons?
Purple.
Purple
Okay.
match.
That's a
yeah.
change, right?
No, I was gonna say your camera does not make it quite look purple.
Really?
It looks purple on my screen.
Looks purple on my camera monitor as well. I don't know.
Van, give
Van's
it a
using
try,
a
shit.
he's using a monitor from like the 1990s.
Hey,
I like-
it's only VA.
So
Oh, well,
compared-
that's your
no.
problem. That's
So-
your problem.
I was using the V1. I should have brought it into the room today, but I was using the V1 yesterday to prep a little bit, and I never liked the feeling of the face buttons. Just the play on those, it just didn't feel very good to use. This is definitely improved. It's a little stiffer, but like in the right kind of way. I don't know how to quite describe it. It's just
it is.
more satisfying to press. The D-pad as well, it's not taking as much work to press. So already the D-pad and the face buttons I really like over the V1. And you're saying that the USB-C port's recessed? Aha. So yeah, you have a little drop down there, right?
Oh yeah, cause
That
Yeah,
looks
let me
Well,
see
the
that-
problem
let me
was
see that V1.
they were too
So-
far recessed.
if you look at mine, you'll see that
Oh, it's very recessed.
Yeah,
and you'll
yeah.
see they don't have that drop down right there.
So you got to use very specific USB-C cables, right? So here's
like that.
DC, OTG.
Yeah, the ones that have like the big
Inline.
plastic shielding around them usually didn't work well with it. But it never came up because I don't have any cables like that.
And this is a Android miniature handheld. This has the A
133p.
133p.
It's
Yep.
the A133p in here. It does do Android 2.8 inch screen.
Correct.
Version 2.1 Magic
Yeah,
X.
I really like what MagicX is doing. I think they are kind
They're-
of have their own
cooking.
identity
Yeah,
now. And they're
they're good.
cooking their own cool things, and I'm happy to see what else they're coming out with. And they have some really interesting stuff coming out. So
Cute little screen protector.
I'm
Yeah, we're still
I'm
waiting
still-
on the DS thing.
Yeah, I'm still excited for that Touch 40.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, the Touch 40 looks exciting.
I'm gonna use it exclusively for Galaga. Sorry, guys.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what I'm talking about.
That's going to
man.
be so good.
Heck
uh,
yeah.
Loading this up here. Yeah, just the buttons do feel just more responsive. I never really dived deep into the V1. It just, the buttons were a little bit annoying to me, but I appreciated the software in the joysticks and how it's nice and recessed and very pocketable for a mini, horizontal candy bar handheld here. I was never bothered by the USB-C issue, I guess, because the cords I was using just weren't affected, but yeah. And I like that you can boot right in to your software using a modified version of Daigisho here. They call it the Dawn Launcher. Not the Dong Launcher, but the Dawn Launcher. And let's just go in a little bit of Street Fighter real quick. I assume they have Third Strike. Yep. I stand up for this.
Oh, he's getting himself ready.
You knows it. Also, Rob, have you played this game on your Switch 2 yet? LOL surprise.
What the
No.
Stubbs, why do you
Thankfully-
have that?
Well, thankfully, okay, so my daughter was crazy into LOL, and
My
now
daughters
she's
are too.
older, so now not so much anymore. But
Oh, I play
Rob,
every one in the series.
I
Front to
bet
back,
you
man.
have.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sure.
I'm.
Have you tried
I'm
it
a
on your
fanatic.
Switch too? Does it have like
Yeah.
free performance
Oh,
upgrades?
yeah. No, it does faster frame rates, 60 FPS. No problem. You know, I was struggling with maybe 55, 56 FPS on the Switch 1. My daughter's long since moved on from LOL, but I am now obviously a fan, so
You've changed, Stubbs.
no, is it me who've changed or is it the world?
You've changed, Stubbs.
He has changed.
Well, I actually never played the LOL game, but I want to. If my daughters are still into that, I don't really know.
Wow.
Actually, our 10-year-old, she picked up an LOL surprise ball at Target last week, so I'm guessing she still likes it.
I would say yes then.
Yeah. But the week before that, she was like, "I'm done with toys. I'm a 10-year-old now. I'm not gonna do any of this Barbie stuff. I'm gonna get rid of everything." So it's hard to say, man. She's like, "I'm a big kid now." She called herself a tween. I was like, "Don't."
Oh,
I haven't heard anyone call themselves that.
All I'll tell you is it just gets better.
She says she's entering her sassy attitude era. So I was like, all right.
Oh, like WWE.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of a cool reference that she's never even seen wrestling. Like, you just said something really funny for me. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of distracted having a conversation right now. I got to shut up so I can show you guys that it actually is a good D-pad.
The
But
screen looks so good on
Watch,
that.
she's
I like
gonna
the screen on it.
Hadouken.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Hadoukens are not a big deal on there. It's definitely accurate and easier to use than the V1, which was my main thing. That's all I needed out of this. So I'm going to be cooking a little bit more and letting you know what I feel about this. Even though I died, that's all right. It feels good. The screen looks very nice. I love that little 2.8-inch screen. Easy to pocket. Let's see. Let me prove it. Let me put money where my pocket is. Also, I've discontinued the RH exercise program because the squats I was doing, don't do them like that. They're actually not correct. So, and Rob won't do it with me. So I said, you know what?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say we had an injury, so
Oh,
HR told you to stop.
They said stop. This is pretty sweet. Okay, so more to come. MagicX has been cooking. Order it from AMPOWN. I need to add the link to our description. I forgot. That's my bad, but I'll add it now after the show. And yeah, I think this is around $50 currently. With tariffs, there might have been an increase. I don't know if we can pull it up, producer Sony. But just check out AliExpress. A little RetroArch action there. Yeah. Cool. Lastly, how do you turn this off? Man. What do we got? Lastly, I'm really excited for this. Okay. So you're like, why am I bringing an Asus Z Flow 13, whatever you call this thing? It's huge, onto the show. Okay, I'll tell you what. And a Lenovo M11 tablet.
What is he cooking up here?
Oh, I know what he's cooking.
So, this Etsy shop, RRtronics, that does have a link in the description currently, has these. If you have a G8 Plus or you want to get one, I think they might even sell these with this. But if you have G8 Plus or a Absolute S9, there are now adapters that they sell which will let you extend your controller without doing that snappy thing to accommodate some of these giant tablets. Now, the shop owner, the business owner...
Are you showing us a dual screen clip with the two?
I mean, maybe. He's very passionate about this, and he wanted to get it out to some YouTubers to show, like, hey, like, we're making these, and I was excited about the idea of having, especially for my Z Flow 13 video, a proper way. Oh, it's a 3D printed case. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a
kind of
briefcase.
fancy.
Oh, look at that. So it's modified as well.
Easy.
So they modify it to have PlayStation buttons. Sorry, Andrew, I'm so excited. Oh, satisfying. Look at that saran wrap. Good. Oh. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, so you got the whole thing. It's not just the insert.
Yeah.
It's the whole piece. Yeah, it
it's
goes
this-
around the back. Yeah.
Yep.
No, I meant like
Yep.
you got the whole controller.
The whole controller is already put together. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think the op has the service to build it like this for you, or just the parts by themselves. And I think that was around $40 if you just want to get the parts. And there's regular button options, so he's included those here if you want to do that, or these modified. I asked for the PlayStation option, which, oh, I like those. They're nice matte buttons. Oh, yeah. Otherwise, it's your standard G8 Plus with this modification. And look at that. Look at that. Look how far you can stretch. Rob, look what kind of computer or tablet you can get in there. It's huge. Dude, huge.
Oh,
Huge.
yeah.
And what's this? What is this?
The crazy. No, please tell me it's not what I think it is.
Well, actually, I don't
What do you
know.
think?
What's this say? What's this say? Can you see? RRtronics Creations.
What do you think it is, Rob?
I'm just gonna be dual screen. Let's dual screen this thing up.
Well, I don't know what. You think that's
How?
what this is? I don't know what this
I don't know
is.
what that. I have no idea what that's supposed to be.
It's probably in the shop. So, yeah,
Yeah,
rrtronics.com. Can we figure out what this is? It's fun. I don't know what it does. Something for something that does
Optional
something.
grip support for small phones, maybe?
Oh, to make even smaller?
How wide can we go? Yes.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
it.
this look.
That's it.
I mean,
It's just-
look at this frick. I can't even fit it on
Yes.
camera. Look at that. Look at that. Oh. So it's no problem. Gonna do this M11. Boom, you're done.
Oh,
You're good to go.
I really do like that.
You're good to go. That is so sweet. And yeah, just your
The
classic.
G8 Plus is like still one of my top favorite telescopic controllers. Just the versatility is great.
And then if you got this crazy thing, or just a very large tablet that's 13 inches, 14 inches, maybe that Samsung, whatever their
Yeah, if
18-inch
it's-
one is.
Yeah.
It should fit that. It looks like. I mean, it looks like it's gonna stretch to. Did they say
No,
on
it
the
does.
website?
It does. It fits the it's 14.6 inches.
Oh, 14.6. Okay, so that does have a cap.
Not 18.
Okay, we're not doing 18, but we can get a 14-incher in there, which is really nice. For those who dare, I think that's us, guys. I think we're daring.
I think that's you.
I don't know who's daring anything here.
Well, what was the problem was when I had to stretch it, it felt like it was going to snap at any moment with my other G8 Plus. I had to. I mean, it does work technically, but it was just so unwieldy and wonky.
Well, it gives
now-
us some stability. I mean,
Now it has
Yeah.
stability. Yeah. I mean, what I'd like to do here is add on. Let's see. If I add on the keyboard,
Can you kick the stand back?
I was going to say there's a stand on here that's separate from the keyboard, right? Yeah. So I think I need to move it up a little bit. And there's a kickstand.
Man, I really want one of these.
Oh, it's pretty sweet. You get the 2023 model for a lot cheaper, though. This one is
but I
crazy power, but if you're
but
going to
we
do
want,
it, you
we
might
want
as
that
well.
395 chip, you know?
Yeah,
That's what it's all
exactly.
about.
Yeah.
I'll if I can manage to get one, I will probably rip out my GPU and get an eGPU.
So look at that, man. So you can actually take
That
the
is
kickstand
dope.
back, and then you can just play. This is so much more stable than having it on its own, where it would just snap off. I was doing it in my first video for this, which check that out. I show you what it's like to play on this. But I have a full video coming out for this, or maybe I'll do a live stream. I'm going to do a lot more live streams as my day job and personal life has taken up a lot more of my time and less RH time. So you're going to see a lot more live streams rather than videos from me. But I'm going to do some more content on this experience, and now I'm going to use this controller for that. This is a tablet that 60 FPS is Monster Hunter Wilds. It has that, the Max 395, which is crazy. It plays literally everything. It's my one and done. Don't look at my pin though, Andrew.
I
Wha-
guessed it
Why
already.
me?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Andrew.
But yeah, I like that.
Ban,
See,
Ban, I'm glad you woke up.
I've been sleep. I've been.
but if you don't use the stand, then you can just use it standard like this. And come on, hold on.
But can it play LOL?
That's a good question.
When you have it up too high, it pushes the power button.
That thing
and
could probably play
messes with
LOL
it.
emulated like 4 times
Oh
resolution.
yeah, you can stick the LOL in there, and you're good to go, man.
Oh,
It's like LOL. It is a surprise. It is a surprise. You never. Holy, that's loud. Why would I have it up that loud?
Because you're an old man.
Why?
That
No, I
is
hear just
true.
fine. Son of a. All right. Well, where's the buttons for that? I don't know. Ooh, Clair Obscure. Oh, I've been loving this game. You guys been playing this at all?
No, because you keep playing it.
Can we not? So if it's in the family library, can we not play at the same time? We have to take turns, like
I
borrowing.
think you can play
like it's
as,
the
for
library.
as many copies, I think, is what it is.
Okay.
I just kidding though. I've been playing Switch too.
Yeah, same.
I want to
not
play that.
me.
That's why I bought it. But I want to
well.
play it. That's why I bought it. But I just haven't had time to. And now it's switched.
Well,
to
at least
it.
we know that Stubbs is not pirating his copy of LOL.
No.
This is going to be a
That's so
legal
loud.
backup.
Why is that? That is so loud. That looks dope AF though.
Oh yeah, man. Look at that.
As the olds would say, it slaps.
By the way, slaps has been confirmed to be okay in chat, so
Okay, we're good with slaps.
I used it
We're
in the
good with
right
slaps.
way too.
We're at over 2
You're so
hours,
proud
so
of
that's
yourself.
I am.
check it out.
Drives my kids crazy because I'll just troll them with their own lingo.
RRtronics, they're cooking one of the coolest custom creation projects that I've seen. I'm so stoked to go play some Clair Obscure tonight. Yeah, so they have it here for the Absolute S9. They have it for the GameSir G8, the G8 Plus, and it looks like they also are making it for the Easy SMX M15, the G-Story, Obismo, Memo S3, Explode, Safun, Arvin. All $40. They're on sale. And if you thought that was all, wait,
Oh
there's
my,
more.
I
There's
need
also
that.
there's an expansion kit for the Nikon MGX Pro. Also $40.
Have one of those that I didn't even know it expands
Look
for
how
tablets.
wide
Wow.
that look at that stretch. Can you believe the stretch on that thing? Wow.
Oh, what?
Look at that. That's great. So, if you want to pay less money than this, I haven't added it yet, but I'm going to create a coupon code. He said I can make a 5% off coupon code for you all. I'll name it RH5. Nice and boring, easy to remember. RH5, and there will be a
Should've
link
made it
for
slaps.
that. It does slap. 4.8 stars on Etsy. I can attest it looks high quality. I'll have to mess with this thing. I still don't know exactly what this does, but I'm going to feature it in my upcoming content for basically any large tablet device, because come on. It's pretty sweet looking.
Yeah,
All right, everybody.
I
been
approve.
Thanks for hanging out for 2 hours. This has been a long one. Sorry that my mic didn't work for probably 10 minutes there. I don't know what. Hope you guys had a good
That was awesome.
conversation.
We got
Yeah.
you.
it was a good conversation.
Good. I don't know what you missed. What I was talking about with the JSAW was probably all filler.
Ban covered.
Ban
that.
filled in
Some
for you,
killer.
don't worry.
Oh, thank you. That's right. That's right. That's right. Thank you, Ban. Coming in clutch. Clutch. Oh, that's right. So go ahead and check out our perks. If you want to become a patron or you want to become a Discord supporter or a YouTube channel member, perks with us start for $3 per month. You get sweet access to sweet stuff, and it just supports what we're doing here. We work hard on this show and this channel and this brand and all the things we're doing. Support us and pick up some merch. We got some sweet new merch. I got to get some new screenshots for the new Rob line of products, and Zoo of Zoo Reviews has products up in our merch shop now. That's rh-go.link/merch. or Spreadshop. Both of those links will do the same, take you to the same old place. Once again, let's go ahead and get out of here, everybody. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share to stay in the know for all of your favorite retro handhelds. And a special thanks once again to those channel members, patrons, and subs for making everything possible for us. Perks with RRH start for as little as $3 a month, like I already said. Join us in our Discord to chat and play some more games of the month. A lot of fun right now. Game of the week right now is, what is it? Band, do you know?
No.
I don't even know.
I haven't checked in. I've been out of it.
I checked it yesterday, but I forgot what it was. I think it's a mech game. Anyways.
No, that was last week's.
Dang it. I'm never up to speed on that. All right.
Gosh dang it,
Oh,
Stubbs.
it's Prehistoric Isle 2.
That's right. Dinosaur themed.
Yeah.
Prehistoric Isle. Check that out.
Cool.
Get half a point and get that sweet swag. But we will have a offline podcast episode coming this week, I promise, featuring Franco Catrine of RetroX. Rob and I are going to have
forgot
that.
we filmed that.
We already filmed it. Rob and I have that 35XX Pro video live stream that we're going to do tomorrow when we can. Details to come. Check out Band's unboxing video for the 35XX Pro. We're going to try to get that dropped early tomorrow, as soon as producer Sony is able to do it, basically. Also give him some sleep because he just got off a jet from Japan. But we'll get it out as soon as we can. And Andrew has lots of fun stuff cooking up on the website, so check it out. Till then, it's been Stubbs on behalf of Andrew, Rob, and Band saying take care of those handhelds and each other.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.